You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phillies Baseball on the Our Phillies Radio Network. Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Bob McCool and Jake Starr.
Back at People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona, Pennsylvania, Game 5 of a 6-game set between the Reading Fightin' Phillies and the Altoona Cur. Welcome into the Our Phillies Radio Network pregame show. I'm your host, Jake Starr. I also have play-by-play commentary of tonight's action between Reading and Altoona. Well, where do we stand through 4 games? 2 games apiece for each team. They have alternated wins so far this week. Altoona, the 4-0 shutout on Tuesday. Reading, an 8-2 day game win on Wednesday. Altoona then responded with a win of their own on Thursday night. And then last night is where we were last at. That was a 4-1 victory last night for the Reading Fightin' Phillies. And the star of the show for the Our Phillies was Phillies number 4 overall prospect, Griff McGarry, who was on and locked in for Reading in last night's victory. McGarry overall went 7 innings. That is a career high. Gave up just 3 hits, no runs, 0 walks, a very impressive number for McGarry, and set a season high with 10 strikeouts. Those 10 strikeouts, a season high tie for Reading between Griff McGarry and tonight's starter for the Our Phillies, David Parkinson. He had 10 his last time out a week ago against the Portland Sea Dogs. Then McGarry did it again last night. It was also the 4th time in Griff McGarry's career that he struck out 10 or more batters in a game. Did it 3 times last year with the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. First time he's done it with the Reading Fightin' Phillies. And of course, the questions will loom. What's Griff McGarry's immediate future look like within the Phillies organization? Of course, the trade deadline approaches, but I think more importantly of all, 2 straight really good starts. Went 6 innings. He gave just 1 run on 5 hits against the Portland Sea Dogs last week, had 9 strikeouts. So back-to-back really good starts, both over 6 innings, 1 6 and 1 7 last night. So if you're the Phillies, maybe you start asking some questions and maybe you think about a call up to AAA here in the not-too-distant future. But for now, Griff McGarry, just really happy with his outcome last night, really happy with the way he's been pitching lately. And you'll actually hear from McGarry coming up here in just a little bit. We caught up with him earlier today. You'll hear that in the next segment on our pregame show. But the rest of the Our Phillies did enough to help McGarry out and get the win. Carlos De La Cruz hit a home run. That's his 18th home run of the season for the big Carlos De La Cruz. That ranks 3rd across the Eastern League. And speaking of Eastern League rankings, Carlos De La Cruz with that home run, hit number 99 on the season, now in sole possession of first place across the Eastern League in hits. The guy he passed, his good buddy and former teammate, member of the Philadelphia Phillies, Johan Rojas, who had the lead for a good week after getting caught up, but finally Carlos De La Cruz, well, people, very appropriately, the one who passed him. And also De La Cruz is 2nd in the Phillies organization as a whole in home runs this year. He has 18. Weston Wilson up at Lehigh Valley has 23. He has had a terrific year, 2020 season, home runs and stolen bases as well. So Reading got out to the 4-0 lead. McGarry exited after the 7th. Then came in Andrew Baker for the 8th. That's where things got interesting. Baker, the Phillies' 17th overall prospect, hard-throwing righty from Montgomery, Alabama, played his college ball at junior college Topola in the Panhandle in Florida. After a brief stay at Auburn, came out, walked 3 straight Altoona curve batters. So Al Padrique came out, gave the hook to Andrew Baker, and then in came Brett Schultz, who has been so good over these last couple of months. Schultz then proceeded to strike out 3 straight Altoona batters, lead the bases loaded, turn it over to the 9th. Orion Kirkering entered, gave up a run, but ultimately held on, and the Our Phillies got the win. But just on the topic of Brett Schultz real quick, had the 3 straight strikeouts last week, really struggled late April into early to late May. Gave up 6 runs and a blown save against Harrisburg on May the 25th. Since then, he's a 1.89 ERA since May 30th. And to add 12 straight appearances dating back to June 14th. Brett Schultz has not allowed an earned run. So he's pitching well. So is the SAR Phillies bullpen. So is the SAR Phillies staff. It's a team playing really, really good baseball right now. It's a group that's loose. I think today was the loosest that this group's been all year. And they've been loose all year, but you can tell today they're feeling really, really good about themselves and really good about the way they're playing. And usually what they say in baseball, loose group's a good group. So the hope for Reading tonight is to retake the series lead 3-2 and a chance at the series victory tomorrow. But should be a good one tonight. Should be a good pitching matchup too. David Parkinson on the mound for the Phillies. Sean Sullivan on the mound for Altoona. Both pitchers, both teams are familiar with this season. We'll have more on that coming up here in just a little bit. But before we get ahead to tonight's game, we'll take one last look back at last night. After the break, last night's star, Griff McGarry, who went 7 shutout innings for the Phillies, joins us on the pregame show. Our chat with McGarry up next here on the Phillies Radio Network.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Phillies Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Back here on the Phillies pregame show, Jake Starr now joined with last night's star, Griff McGarry. Griff, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 10 strikeouts. That had to feel really good last night.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty happy with the way everything turned out. I'm definitely most excited about the no walks. I ended up getting a career high in innings, and to pair that with no walks, couldn't have asked for it any other way.
Is there a point, whether it be in pregame warm-ups when you're throwing down in the bullpen or first, second inning, where you just something clicks where you feel like this is going to be one of those starts?
I think I'm feeling that every time I go in, want it to be. And, I felt like I was cruising yesterday. The innings were pretty quick, so, it was, pretty not as taxing, as 7 innings might seem. I'm happy with it.
You mentioned the no walks. Last 2 starts, 2 walks across 13 innings. For you specifically, anything you've been working on recently to just try to, hone in on that control that we've seen those results the last 2 starts?
Yeah, I think, slowing it down a little bit. Been working on my motion a little bit. That first initial step, keeping that in sync with my body. And then, I think it just comes down to trusting your stuff out there and, knowing that you can do it. And, I'm just trying to keep that going in the next following weeks.
And it was a slower ramp-up for you. Didn't make your season debut till May through an inning with Clearwater, then came here to Reading and kind of slowly ramped yourself back up. But just to go 7 innings, to throw north of 90 pitches and back-to-back starts, just confidence-wise, it's got to feel good to know that you're kind of able to get back to where you were before the injury.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've kind of hit that point where it's starting to feel mid-season. So, definitely like where I'm at and want to keep building off that.
And speaking of building off things, this staff has done a really good job of kind of stacking quality starts on top of each other. Josh Tuesday, a solid outing. Phillips looked good in the day game Wednesday. Mick on Thursday went 5 shutout. You follow a 7 shutout. Just about this staff, the ability to stack outings, what does that kind of show about this group's demeanor?
Yeah, I mean, I think the past couple weeks especially, we've been seeing it. Guys putting together really, really strong starts. It's helping our team, especially later in the ball game. It's a little bit less stress on the bullpen when we got some run insurance. From our hitting. Our hitting's been on all year. Those guys have been going to work, so it feels good to have that matchup and starting to win some ball games, and the second half is looking really, really good for the Fightin Phils.
As a group, I feel like this has always been a loose group, but it feels like it's really the loosest they've been all year, and it seems like obviously that's transpiring onto the field. I feel like being someone who's inside that clubhouse every day, it's got to be really fun, especially with the way the group's playing right now.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great group of guys. A lot of good senses of humor. A lot of people that keep it light, but when the game comes, it's, guys turn it on, and it's a definitely great environment in there, and on and off the field, I'm loving it.
And for you personally, you're past the midway point of the season. Just looking back on that first half, how would you kind of assess those, first 11 starts you've had?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. There are a few sprinkled in here and there that I would have liked to keep the walk rates down a little bit more on, but those things are going to happen. But in those moments, about competing and going as far in the game as you can, and saving your bullpen a little bit, saving some stress on those arms. So yeah, I mean, I think I can do a better job of those types of games. But other than that, I'm happy with how the first half's gone, and just looking forward to continuing it.
I feel like having a short-term memory is really important in this sport. For you, whether it be off a good start or a bad start, how are you able to kind of push it behind you and kind of just start focusing on the next one so you can stack those good starts?
Yeah, I mean, as a starter, it's a little bit different because you have a little bit more time in between, each outing. So, for that night, reflecting upon it, whether good or bad, and then the next day waking up with a fresh mind, ready to go, start preparing for the next week. As a reliever, it's got to be even quicker. You might have to come back next day, so you got to be ready to go. I think it's always just good to flush, whether it's good or bad. Take what you need from it, the lessons learned, and move forward and prepare for the next outing.
And you've done both. You started and relieved in your time in the Phillies system. Do you like having that longer time between starts to kind of have time to digest things and get ready, or do you like as a reliever too, or does it go both ways to have that start, you're in as a reliever, get it done with short term and on to the next day?
Definitely. I mean, I absolutely enjoy starting. That would be my go-to if I had a choice. But at the same time, relieving is great because you get more opportunities, more appearances to come in the game, which makes the days in between a little bit shorter. So that's a good thing, But yeah, either way, it's fun out there, and I'm willing to do both. So
awesome, Griff McGarry. Thanks so much for the time.
Yeah, thank you.
Back after this on the Phillies Radio Network.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Phillies fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Phillies fans, see an Phillies road game, meet with an Phillies player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Phillies road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Phillies in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Phillies player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Phillies fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland.
Space is very limited, so sign up today.
Back from People's Natural Gas Field, Jake Starr, you're on the pregame show on the Our Phillies Radio Network. Just heard from Phillies number 4 overall prospect and last night's star, Griff McGarry, after a 7 shutout inning outing from McGarry. Big thank you to Griff for joining us on the pregame show. And now we'll just take one final look at it tonight. Lineup cards have been exchanged, just waiting for the teams to take the field and the national anthem to be played tonight. Look around the Eastern League last night. Reading the win here in Altoona. Erie tops Binghamton 5-2. Portland a 7-6 win over New Hampshire in a game that was suspended last night, finished tonight. So Portland got the win in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Bowie beat Harrisburg 5-2. In Maryland, Akron a 5-3 win over Richmond. And Hartford fell to Somerset 9-2. And a look at tonight. We said New Hampshire, Portland, the first half of that game is done. Portland won 7-6, and then Reading Altoona about to get underway, along with Erie and Binghamton, Somerset and Hartford underway at 6:10, Bowie and Harrisburg at 6:35, Richmond and Akron at 7:05, and the New Hampshire-Portland game 2 is soon to be underway at Hadlock Field. So where the standings stand. Entering today, Reading 4 games back of the Portland Sea Dogs. It's a 3-way tie for second place in the Northeast Division standings. Portland, with their win, is now 14-5. Hartford, Reading, and Somerset all 9-9. Binghamton 6-12. The Fisher Cats in last, now 5-12. The Southwest, Erie retook control of first place at 11-7. Richmond behind them at 11-8. Akron and Bowie tied for third at 10-9. Altoona then in fifth at 7-9. And Harrisburg is 8-11. On the transaction wire, a couple moves today for the R Phils. David Parkinson was activated off the development list, and Max Coons also activated off the development list and was transferred to High A Jersey Shore. So the R Phils roster now stands at 28 players, 15 pitchers, 3 catchers, and 10 non-catcher position players for manager Al Pedrique. Just awaiting the Altoona curve to take the field and the national anthem, and then it is time for baseball here at People's Natural Gas Field. It's Christmas in July, and the weather certainly a welcome present this evening. Sunny skies all day, just some clouds, a little warm, not as hot as it's been the last couple of days and weeks, especially in Reading. This game 5 of 6 of this weekend, 6-game set. After tomorrow's game at 6 o'clock, Reading heads back home. They're off Monday before a noon start on Tuesday for the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Rumble their way into Reading for a 6-game set. Second time that Reading and Binghamton have seen each other in the last month and a half. Binghamton was in Reading, took 5 of 6 from the R Phils on the front half of a back-to-back home stand series. And the R Phils looking for some vengeance against a Binghamton team not playing great baseball right now, just 6-12. And it's a Reading team, they're playing really good baseball right now, 9-9 in the second half. They'll have another opportunity tonight to get above 500 for the first time in the second half, and really the first time overall this season. Our Phils were never over 500 in the first half of the year. They started the year out 0-5 before getting their first win, and never really kind of got their footing under them. Started off second half 1-5 as well, but since the end of that Richmond series, the R Phils are 8-4, and they're playing really good baseball right now. And tonight will be yet another opportunity to do that. Reading and Altoona set to get underway here just in a couple of moments. Well, the curve have taken the field. Both teams come out of their respective dugouts. And it is time for the national anthem tonight from People's Natural Gas Field. Lineups at first pitch coming at you right after this here on the R Phils Radio Network.
Can't make it to the ballpark? The R Phils Radio Network has you covered. Legendary Berks County broadcaster Bob McCool is joined by Jake Starr, and they'll bring you radio coverage of all 69 R Phils home games in 2023. Tune in on the Fightin Phils YouTube channel, Twitch account, Facebook page, or at rphils.com/radio.
The Savage Auto Group Ram Club puts you close to the action on the field with seating in the front 2 rows located directly behind the Fightin Phillies bullpen down the right field line. Fans will enjoy terrific waitress service and have counter space for their food and drink. Fans can reserve the area for 36 people or book any amount of tickets.
Keep up with everything our Phils on social media. Follow us for exclusive content such as highlights, interviews, features, and much more. Find us on Twitter at Reading Fightin, on Instagram at Fightins, on Facebook by searching Reading Fightin Phils, and even on TikTok. Keep up with one of the mostly followed teams in all of minor league baseball on social media. Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
From People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona, Pennsylvania, game number 88 of the season for the Reading Fightin Phils, and the opponent, the Altoona Curve. Hello and welcome to baseball tonight on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network. I'm Jake Starr. I'll have your call tonight and tomorrow for the remainder of this series in Altoona, right here on the Our Phils Radio Network. Reading enters tonight 9-9 in the second half, 37-49 overall. Altoona 7-9 with a 41-43 overall record. Let's take a look at the Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Reading Fightin Phils. Matthew Kroon will lead things off. He'll play third. Carlos De La Cruz second and center. Oliver Dunbat's third. He'll play second. Jalen Ortiz cleans things up. He'll play first. Ethan Wilson fifth. Plays left. Casey Martin sixth, the shortstop. Baron Ratcliffe seventh. Plays right. Max McDowell eighth, and he'll catch. And Herbert Iser is ninth, and he will be the DH tonight. Once again, it's Kroon, De La Cruz, and Dunn. Ortiz, Wilson, Martin, Radcliffe, McDowell, and Iser. And the pitcher on the other side for Altoona is the righty Sean Sullivan. Sullivan has pitched twice this year against Reading on April 27th. 5 shutout innings, allowed just 4 hits and 6 strikeouts in a no decision. Pitched a scoreless inning of relief on Tuesday for the R Phils. And overall, Sullivan is 2-2, a 4.10 ERA, 14 appearances, 13 starts, 63 2/3 innings pitched, 63 hits allowed, 19 walks on the season. Spent last year with High A Greensboro, and went 2-5 with a 4.68 ERA, and 55 strikeouts as well this year for Sean Sullivan. Dylan Shockley will catch, Jacob Gonzalez at first, Sung-Chae Cheng at second, Claudio Finol at short, Jackson Glenn at third, Lolo Sanchez in right, Matt Frazier in center, Mike Jarvis in left. Right to left in the infield, Gonzalez, Cheng, Finol, and Glenn. Right to left in the outfield, Sanchez, Frazier, Jarvis, Shockley, and Sullivan form the battery. Matthew Kroon will dig into the right-handed batter's box for the Reading Fightin Phils. As Sean Sullivan, the righty, will come set and deal the first pitch home. Just misses outside for a ball at 6:04 p.m. Our EPAWA Weather Consulting weather, 82 degrees and sunny skies here in Altoona. Next pitch home, misses down. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Quickly to Matthew Kroon. Drew Corey, the crew chief, at third, then Exedic at first. Gabe Alfonso has balls and strikes tonight. 2-0 is rocking in the air well, out towards left. Going back is Mike Jarvis. He looks up. That ball is long gone off the scoreboard. Matthew Kroon, a leadoff home run for the Fightin' Phils, and Reading wastes zero time jumping ahead. It's 1-0 in the top of the first. Seventh home run of the season for Matthew Kroon. That'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate. First home run to lead off a game for the R-Phils this year as well. So Carlos De La Cruz digs in. First pitch to him, misses down for a ball. It's 1-0. So Reading up 1-0 after Kroon hit his 7th home run of the season. 1-0 to De La Cruz. Inside corner for a called strike. It's 1-1. De La Cruz in the right-handed batter's box. Reading back in the road Grays tonight. 1-1. Swung on, ground ball, right back to the box. Charging Sullivan, the pitcher. He scoops it, throws on the first in time. And that's out number 1. Navy blue Reading written across the chest and script. Navy blue lettering and block numbering on the back. Gray pants. Altoona back in their home whites tonight with curve in dark red written across the chest. Dark red numbers on the back with the red Altoona caps, white pants with a red stripe down the side. Reading in their road red hats with the navy blue script R across the chest. First pitch to Oliver Dunn. Swings and misses. It's 0-1. Outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Matthew Kroon's home run, the first leadoff home run that Reading has had since Johan Rojas on August 23rd of last year at home against Binghamton. 1-1. Inside corner 1 and 2. First time Reading has had a road game leadoff home run since Madison Stokes, April 13th of 22 on the road at Akron. 1-2. Misses down to Dunn. It's 2-2. So about 11 months between leadoff home runs for the Fightin' Phils, and Matthew Kroon is the beneficiary of just that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Oliver Dunn. Sullivan toes the first base side of the rubber. The righty deals. Dunn swings and misses. He's down on strikes. First strikeout tonight for Sean Sullivan. Back-to-back outs for Sean Sullivan since the home run, and now Jalen Ortiz, the batter.
Number 40, Jalen Ortiz.
Ortiz will dig in from the right side into the batter's box that is decorated with red and white along the perimeter. First pitch home. Down low for a ball. It's 1-0. To celebrate Christmas in July here at People's Natural Gas Field. Of course, technically Christmas in July, not till the 25th. 1-0. Ortiz takes for a called strike. It's 1-1. But Altoona hits the road after tomorrow for Harrisburg. 6-game set with the Senators. So celebrating Christmas in July a couple of days early. 1-1, swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Two outs in the first. Reading leads 1-0. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Jalen Ortiz chases an off-speed pitch. That will retire the side in the first. Reading gets a run on the Matthew Kroon leadoff home run. There were no errors and nobody left on base for the Fightin' Phils. We have played a half. Reading 1, Altoona coming back.
Gear up for Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made. Jackson Glenn into the batter's box. Leadoff man for Altoona against David Parkinson. Here's how the curve lineup. Jackson Glenn, then Matt Frazier, Abraham Gutierrez third, Jacob Gonzalez fourth, Lolo Sanchez fifth. Sung Chae Chang is sixth, Mike Jarvis seventh, Claudio Fino eighth, Dylan Shockley bats ninth. First pitch from David Parkinson's in there for a called strike 0-1. Again, Glenn, Frazier, Gutierrez, Gonzalez, Sanchez, Chang, Jarvis, Fino, and Shockley. 0-1. Rocket in the air down the left field line. Going back is Wilson at the track wall, and it's gone. Jackson Glenn hits his first home run of the season. And just like Reading did, the Altoona curve hit a leadoff home run. So Glenn touches home. Give us a quick chance to introduce the pitcher, David Parkinson. 15th appearance for Reading, 14th start, 4-4, a 5.12 ERA, 70 1/3 innings pitched, 76 hits allowed, 28 walks, and 76 strikeouts. So Matt Frazier will dig in. First pitch to Frazier. Inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Parkinson over the head windup, deals the 0-1. Squaring the bunts, Frazier, it goes foul, 0-2. Max McDowell, the catcher. Jalen Ortiz at first, Oliver Dunn second. Casey Martin at short, Matthew Kroon at third. Ethan Wilson at left, Carlos De La Cruz in center, Baron Ratcliffe in right. Infield right to left, Ortiz, Dunn, Martin, Kroon. Outfield right to left, Ratcliffe, De La Cruz, Wilson, McDowell, Parkinson, the battery. As the 0-2 misses up, it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, no outs to Matt Frazier. Parkinson winds and fires. That's rocketed foul down the left field line. Count stays a ball and 2 strikes. Parkinson deals the 1-2. That one misses down for a ball. Now it's 2-2. Two home from Parkinson. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Matt Frazier chased the breaking pitch outside and low, and he's down on strikes. So after the home run by Jackson Glenn, that'll bring Abraham Gutierrez to the plate, 1 out in the first. So if you're just joining us, Matthew Kroon led off the top of the first with a home run for Reading. The rest of the Phillies then retired. And then Jackson Glenn led off the bottom of the first with a home run from Altoona. First pitch to Gutierrez, swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Breaking pitch at 77 from David Parkinson. We'll feature that curveball, also a fastball. Amongst his repertoire of pitches, here's the 0-1. That's up and away. It's a ball and a strike. Parkinson last through a week ago Friday at home against Portland. Went 6 innings, earned the win. Here's the 1-1. That's a line drive towards right field. It's down for a base hit. And it's a 1-out single for Abraham Gutierrez.
Batting fourth, powerhouse of power hitter.
Sports allowed 2 earned runs, a walk, and 10 strikeouts for David Parkinson across 6 innings through 81 pitches. Parkinson has picked up decisions in his last 5 outings. 3 and 2 overall. Went win, loss, loss, and then back-to-back wins Parkinson has. Out of the stretch, first pitch home to Gonzalez upstairs for a ball that's 1-0. Gonzalez, the cleanup man, bats from the right side. 1 out in the bottom of the first. It's a 1-1 ball game as Abraham Gutierrez takes his lead off first. 1-0 misses up and away. It's 2-0. Jacob Gonzalez, who's been with Altoona since the start of the year, 2-0, is on the outside corner. It's 2-1. Parkinson peers home. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch, low and away. It's 3-1. Infield set to turn 2 for the Fightin Phils. Oliver Dunn, the second baseman, shaded towards the second base bag. Casey Martin, more in a natural shortstop spot. Abelled a couple of steps up. 3-1. That's up and away, ball 4.
Congratulations, Kelly Mattiello. Kelly, you're the first winner.
3 of 4 have reached against David Parkinson so far in this first inning.
Kelly Mattiello.
After the Glenn home run, Frazier struck out. Gutierrez then lined a single to right, and Jacob Gonzalez just walked. So now it's Lolo Sanchez the plate. Just 1 out of the inning as the runners get their leads off first and second. Parkinson stays in the stretch, deals the first pitch. It's upstairs for a ball 1-0. Altoona early, but a much better approach than last night. Came out aggressive, and then they've taken and been waiting for their pitch. Parkinson, the lefty, readies and deals. That's a slow roller towards third. It'll drift foul. Past the third base coach's box where Calix Crabb, the manager for the Altoona Curve, stands. Crabb in his first season as the head man for Pittsburgh's AA affiliate. Managed High A Greensboro last season. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Crabb also spent time with the Texas Rangers organization as a hitting coach. Tyler Phillips, once a member of the Texas Rangers organization, was saying earlier today that he remembered Calix from his time in the Rangers organization. Very, very small world this baseball world is. 2 balls and a strike. Parkinson winds and deals. That one's in on the hands, fouled straight back behind home plate. It'll get out of play, foul. And the count's even at 2-2 to Lolo Sanchez. Lolo Sanchez, who sports the number 19 on his back, started the year at 27, has since changed to 19. Here's the 2-2, swing and a foul ball in and out of the mitt of Max McDowell, the catcher. So count stays even at 2-2. Once again, Gabe Alfonso, our home plate umpires. Zdenek Zedek is at first. Jude Corey, the crew chief of the staff, gets third. Currently, Corey, though, stationed on the shortstop side of the pitcher's mound. Here's the 2-2. In tight, high stepping his way out of the way of it was Sanchez, and the count goes full. Sanchez, who had a season-high 14-game on-base streak, spanned from May the 17th to June 7th. 3 balls, 2 strikes to him. Runners get their leads off first and second. 1 out, bottom of the first. Parkinson fires. Lifted in the air towards right, not hit too deep. Ratcliffe took a step back, and he's under it. He'll make the catch. Tagging from second to third is Gutierrez. The throw will go towards third. It's cut off by the shortstop, Casey Martin. Thus leaving Jacob Gonzalez at first, so 2 outs in the first. Men on the corners for Sungchae Chang. David Parkinson trying to limit the damage to just 1 run, 2 hits. Gutierrez off third. Gonzalez off first. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. It's a 1-1 game. Lefty on lefty matchup as Cheng digs in. Parkinson readies and deals. Smack foul straight back. It's 0-1. Cheng, who entered the year ranked as the Pirates' number 28 overall prospect. Also spent some time in March with Chinese Taipei in the World Baseball Classic. 0-1. Swinging a miss, 0-2. Cheng, a native of Taiwan, signed with the Pirates as international free agent in 2019. Signed for $380,000 back in 2019. Down to the count 0-2, 2 outs with runners on the corners. Parkinson winds and fires. That's fouled straight back. The count stays 0-2. It's been a taxing first inning on the lefty, David Parkinson. Enrico, Virginia native, drafted by the Phillies in the 12th round in 2017. Played his college ball at Ole Miss. Spent the majority of this year of Reading, had a brief stint with AAA Lehigh Valley. Up in the count 0-2. Here's the pitch. That's down low, smothered by McDowell. Keeps it in front of him, it's 1-2. Parkinson, the 27-year-old, missed all of last year on the restricted list. Back this year for the Fightin' Phils. He's had himself a solid campaign so far. The lefty ready's at the belt. Here's the 1-2. Little check swing, poke towards shallow center. Casey Martin goes back towards the spot, and he dives and makes a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch. And that will retire the side in the first. 1 run for Altoona. They did it on 2 hits. No errors for the R-Phils, and Altoona leaves 2 on base. We played 1 full from People's Natural Gas Field. Tie game at 1 on the R-Phils Radio Network.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Top half of the second inning, 1-1 ball game. Reading and Altoona each traded leadoff home runs in their respective frames. Now Ethan Wilson digs in for the Fightin' Phils. First pitch on from Sean Sullivan, misses down for a ball. It's 1-0. 5'6", due up against the righty for the curve. Sullivan 6'1", 176. Deals the 1-0. That's at the knees for a called strike, 1-1. Sullivan just 22 years old. California native. Played his college ball at the University of California. 1-1. Wilson cranks into the air towards shallow center. Charging in comes Frazier. He gets there and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Sounded like Wilson may have broken the lumber on that too. And that brings Casey Martin to the plate. Sullivan, an 8th round pick in 21. Out of Cal after 3 seasons there. Between 2019 to 2021. First pitch to Casey Martin is low and away for a ball, 1-0. Spent a summer on Cape Cod as well. 2019 was with the Katuitt Kettleers of the Cape Cod Baseball League, 1-0. That one's cranked in the air out towards deep right center. Going back is Matt Frazier. He's at the warning track, reaches over his shoulder, makes the catch. About 10 feet in front of the wall. That's out number 2.
Right fielder, number 22.
Baron Ratcliffe, the batter. But Sullivan, strong summer for the Kets that summer. 43 and a third innings pitched, 48 strikeouts, and a 2.08 ERA. Went 2-0 in the Cape Cod League playoffs. And that was a year in which the team he played for, the Katuitt Kettleers, picked up championship number 17. First pitch home is down the chute for a called strike 0-1. Also, teammates on that Katuitt team with a former member of the Curve, now a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Nick Gonzalez. 0-1. Ratcliffe takes down low. It's 1-1. And fun fact about Nick Gonzalez is Katuitt lost the first game of their playoff series to Wareham to open up the Cape Cod League playoffs in 2019. 1-1. Ratcliffe takes outside 2-1. On the bus back, Gonzalez turned around to his teammates and said, "I'm not ready to go home, and I hope you guys feel the same." And then Katuitt didn't lose another game the rest of the way. 2-1. Inside corner for a called strike 2-2. Went on to win the Cape Cod League title in 2019. 17 for Katuitt, most in Cape Cod Baseball League history. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, Ratcliffe takes just outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Cape, the premier destination for summer baseball amongst college players in the heart of its season right now. Actually, today's the Cape Cod League All-Star game. 3-2, Ratcliffe rolls it over foul. Count stays full at 3-2. Every year, a plethora of players from Cape Cod drafted in the MLB draft. This year, of course, no different. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Ratcliffe. That's down low, ball 4. Baron Ratcliffe reaches on a 2-out walk. First one issued by Sean Sullivan tonight. Snaps a streak of 5 straight players recorded by Sullivan. And that'll bring Max McDowell to the plate. Kyle Nicholas, another member of the Pirates organization who played for Katuitt a few summers back. So McDowell settles in, 2 outs in the top of the second. Sullivan winds and fires, down low for a ball, it's 1-0. If you've never had a chance to get up to Cape Cod for Cape Cod League baseball game, highly recommended. Any baseball enthusiast should absolutely go at some point in their life. 1-0, swinging on and foul straight back. It's 1-1. It doesn't really matter where you go. All 10 ballparks across the Cape are unique in their own way. I'm very partial to Katuitt. Spent the 2022 summer there, but there's a lot of beautiful ballparks on Cape Cod, and it's a great place to be in the summer. 1-1. At the knees for a called strike 1-2. First time I ever went to a game was the summer of 21, and I described it afterwards as it's baseball in its purest form. Just the sound of the ball popping the mitt, the crack of the bat, really exemplified on the Cape. Ball and 2 strikes, pitch to McDowell. Low and away for a ball, shoots off of Shockley and to his right. He's able to get to it quickly. Ratcliffe never took off from first, so it's 2-2. Ratcliffe, the lone base runner. Top of the second. It's a 1-1 ball game, 2 outs. Of course, the Cape not the only summer collegiate baseball league. There are a ton across the country. In New England, too, there's the NECBL, the New England Collegiate Baseball League, another really highly regarded summer collegiate league. 2-2. That's down low for a ball, 3-2. There's the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League in New York. There's the famous Northwoods League out in the Midwest, spans multiple states across the Midwest. That's as close to a minor league season as you're going to get. They play 72 games in about 76 days from around Memorial Day up until about the middle of August. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to McDowell. Ratcliffe has his lead off first. They'll throw over that way. He'll dive back in safely head first. And the count stays 3-2. Of course, most summer league seasons, and it's like Ratcliffe will go to second. McDowell goes to first. So Max McDowell's aboard. Runners on first and second. Mound visit here. Not sure that was a clock violation, ball 4 situation. But nonetheless, running as runners on first and second. 2 outs for the 9-man Herbert Iser. Was a pitch timer violation on Sean Sullivan. So results in his second straight walk to McDowell. Now Herbert Iser's the batter. And there's a long mound visit between Dylan Shockley, the catcher, Sullivan, the pitcher, and also the shortstop, Claudio Finau. Shockley, who's mostly been a backup this year. Gutierrez has seen the lion's share of catching in this series. So maybe a bit of a miscommunication between the two. Trying to get on the same page. Also first time runner on second today, so maybe going over those signs. Here's Herbert Iser with 2 outs. Sullivan deals home. Iser will foul it straight back at 0-1. Herbert Iser, rare start tonight for him. The designated hitter, batting 9th. If he doesn't reach, worst case scenario, you do flip the lineup over when you go to the 3rd inning. Sullivan ready at the belt. Here's the 0-1. Gets the outside corner. It's 0-2. Sullivan, after being drafted in 21, didn't play at all. Tossed 78 1/3 innings for Cal that season, so Pirates obviously kept it slow with him. Here's the 0-2. Iser will chop it foul towards the third base coach's box. And obviously the conversation now within the system is what are they going to do with Paul Skeens, the #1 overall pick. Heavy workload for him at LSU this year. Pitched deep into June. Helped the Tigers win a College World Series. So we'll see how much the Pirates ask of Skeens the rest of this summer. 0-2 to Iser. Ropes that one foul. Right field line. Count stays 0-2. Maybe Skeens pitches a couple of games at the complex. Maybe for Bradenton, the single-A team for the Pirates. But that even seems unlikely. And then next year, we'll see where they start him. Would be surprised if he starts as low as Bradenton. At the same time, though, would be surprised if he started as high as AAA, which I know some people have said maybe he goes right to the majors, which that seems really far-fetched. No balls, 2 strikes to pitch. That's a line drive back towards the middle. That's a base hit. Around third, heading for home is Ratcliffe. The center fielder, Frazier, opts not to go home, and it's an RBI single for Herbert Iser. Ratcliffe scores, and the Fightins are back up 2-1. Herbert Iser in a rare start gets his 7th RBI of the season. Barron Ratcliffe scores, and it's 2-1 Fightin Phils, and those back-to-back walks end up coming to bite Sean Sullivan. So lineup card flips back over to Matthew Kroon. So if there was going to be an educated guess, maybe high A Greensboro could be a starting point for Paul Skeens next year. Obviously, it all depends how he looks in spring training in this offseason. Pitch to Kroon. Low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. But I think there's a fair chance that we could see Skeens when running an Altoona matchup next year. At least as a baseball fan, fingers crossed, because that would be certainly really exciting. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs to Matthew Kroon. Here's the pitch. And that's down low for a ball. It's 2-0. Runners on first and second. It's Iser on first. On second base, it is Max McDowell. So a pair of catchers on base. 2-0. At the knees for a called strike. Shockley thought about a snap throw to first, but Jacob Gonzalez, the first baseman, wasn't remotely close to the bag. He's playing well off the bag. There's also action in the curved bullpen down the right field line. 2 balls and a strike to Matthew Kroon. Sullivan deals. That's down low. It's 3-1. Sullivan really is struggling with his command right now. Justin Mice is up and throwing. The righty in the curved bullpen, so Not sure how long the leash will be on Sullivan today. He's gone deep in the game, so it's not a matter of that. It's just a matter of his control right now. 3-1. Kroon takes on the inside corner. Count goes full, meaning that McDowell at second, Iser at first will both be off and running on the pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the second. 2-1 game. Reading has the lead. They got one back in this inning. And time is going to be called for. Granted to Sean Sullivan. Pitch clock resets. And he's set at the belt. Sullivan, the righty, the payoff pitch. Kroon will rocket it foul, left field line, and the count stays full. The wheels for McDowell and Iser returning, with off to put in reverse and go back to first. Last pitch was an off-speed one, nestled inside, and Kroon just got around on it. Kroon already a home run tonight, which is great to see. Went 0 for 4 last night, but Kroon said down at the cage today, it's a new day. I woke up today, the sun's shining, 0 for 4 doesn't matter. Turn the page quickly, 3-2, he fights it off and the count stays full. And that's the thing about baseball. It's all about having a short-term memory. We talked to Griff McGarry about it on the pregame show. If you missed that interview, you can go back on our YouTube channel to our pregame coverage and give that a listen at some point. But talked about McGarry's had some rough starts this year, and he's just had to flip the page and start anew the next day. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners off again. That's a ground ball back towards the middle. Second baseman Cheng fields it, takes it right to the second base bag, and that will retire the side. 1 run in the inning for Reading. They did it on just 1 hit. There were no errors for Altoona, and 2 runners are left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Reading up 2-1 here on the Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Phillies Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here.
Mike Jarvis leads things off in the bottom of the second. 2-1 game. Reading has the lead. David Parkinson back on the mound for inning number 2. First pitch home. Jarvis will take at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. Jarvis making his AA debut. Caught up yesterday to the Altoona curve. Didn't play in last night's game, but gets the start tonight. The 0-1. That's at the knees again for a called strike. It's 0-2. Jarvis hit .228 with 10 home runs and 44 RBI across 61 games with the Greensboro Grasshoppers. Also 20 for 21 in the stolen base department, so if he gets aboard, certainly have to keep an eye on him. The 0-2 home. That's upstairs for a ball 1-2. 23 pitches thrown by Parkinson in that first inning. Allowed just 1 run. It was a leadoff shot to Jackson Glenn. They gave up another hit and a walk, but left those 2 runners aboard. 1-2. That one is just outside for a ball. It's 2-2. Jarvis, who played his college ball at San Diego State, 6th-round pick of the Pirates in 2021. The 2-2 from Parkinson, misses outside, count goes full. 5'10", 180 pounds is Mike Jarvis. Played college ball in his hometown of San Diego, and the 3-2 misses outside.
James Donnelly, congratulations. You are the next winner in the
That's ball 4. David Parkinson issues his second walk tonight. That'll bring Claudio Finol to the plate for the Altoona Curve.
Shortstop, number 54, Claudio Finol.
Finol will dig in from the right side. First at bat tonight. Our Phils will look to turn 2, middle infield position that way. Parkinson moves to the stretch. He'll toe the third base side. First pitch. Outside and up for a ball, it's 1-0. Max McDowell tried to hold it for an extra second and frame it up for Gabe Alfonso, our home plate umpire, but he still called it a ball. Parkinson ready at the belt. Throws over towards first. Diving back in safely is Jarvis. Talked about his speed on the base pass, 20 for 21 with Greensboro in stolen bases this year, so certainly worth keeping an eye on. Max McDowell behind the plate has turned out 27 runners, 27% of base stealers this year. Runner goes. Here's the throw to second. It is not in time. Great jump by Mike Jarvis, and he wastes little time getting his first double-A stolen base. And it puts a runner in scoring position with no outs for the Altoona Curve. Call was a ball, so it's 2 balls and no strikes. As David Parkinson peers home for the sign from his catcher, Max McDowell. Parkinson stays in the stretch. He deals. Jarvis thought about going again, then his wheels kind of went out from under him, so he stopped. The pitch missed for a ball. It's 3-0. Parkinson in danger of walking back-to-back hitters to start the inning. Already at the belt. Check at second and deal. Right down the chute for a called strike. It's 3-1. Took a little off that fastball at 88 from David Parkinson. Claudio Finol's reached in 4 straight. 3 for 7 across this series so far. Next pitch, inside corner. It's 3-2. And Parkinson has worked his way back in this at-bat against the 8-man Claudio Finol. 3-2. That one's rocking into the air towards left. It's way up there and will be way foul. It'll land on the field behind the Budweiser party deck in left field. Great crowd tonight, too. Probably one of the best crowds we've had this week. 84 degrees and sunny probably helps. 3-2. Just misses outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by David Parkinson, the 7 and 8 men respectively, and Jarvis and Finol. And that'll bring Dylan Shockley to the plate for the Altoona Curve.
Batting ninth, catcher, number 29, Dylan Shockley.
First time to the plate tonight, also first time to the plate this series for Dylan Shockley. Both runners go. McDowell will go to second. They'll get the trail runner by a mile. That's Claudio Finol. He's caught stealing. Jarvis does get to third, so it's his second stolen base of the game and the inning. And probably a smart play by Max McDowell to get that trail runner in the slower Finol. Call was a strike. It's 0-1. 1 out, bottom 2. 2-1, Reading leads. Infield up now, the man on third. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Shockley. Tried to hold up, but that broke the plane of the plate. So it's no balls and 2 strikes with an out. Dylan Shockley asked for and is granted time by Gabe Alfonso, the home plate umpire. Feet in the grass for the Phillies infield. They'll look to try and cut off Jarvis at home on a ground ball. Outfield plays Shockley to go the other way. Here's the 0-2. Right down the chute. That's a called strike 3. And Dylan Shockley is down on strikes. Second punch out tonight for David Parkinson. flips the lineup card over. Jackson Glenn will bat with 2 outs in the inning as Parkinson tries to strand Jarvis on third. Justin Mice appears ready in the Altoona bullpen. Continues to throw, but not many throws that often, just trying to stay loose. As Glenn digs in from the right side. First pitch. In tight, it's 1-0. It was a 30-pitch top of the second inning for Sean Sullivan. So you just wonder if an inning that taxing is kind of what's going to do him in tonight. 1-0. In tight again, 2-0. McDowell thought about throwing behind the runner at third in Mike Jarvis, but opts against it. Matthew Kroon, the third baseman, playing back and about a step and a dive off the bag. Rest of the infield plays back, pretty much straight up. Jalen Ortiz has shaded a little over towards the second base bag. 2-0. Upstairs, ball 3. I also wonder with the base open, Parkinson and McDowell kind of pitching around Jackson Glenn a bit after he had the home run his last time up. 3-0. That one is hit in the air out towards right. Not well. Ratcliffe will back up a couple of steps. Will make the catch, and that'll retire the side in the second. No runs to the curve. They had no hits, and they leave one on base. We'll go to the third, Reading up 2-1 on the Our Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Top of the third brings an early Alberta University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Justin Mice in for the curve. Mice is appearing in his 17th game of the year for Altoona. He's made 6 starts. First batter he gets is De La Cruz, and the first pitch upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Overall, Mice 4-3, a 6.08 ERA, 58 hits allowed, and 50 and a third innings pitched. He's issued 28 walks and has 41 strikeouts. 1-0. De La Cruz shoots it foul towards the curved dugout on the right side. The ball on a strike. Opposing hitters 289 off of Justin Mice in 2023. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Carlos De La Cruz. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, it's 1-2. Mice in for Sean Sullivan, who went just 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Both earned 2 walks and also a pair of strikeouts. 1-2. That's down low. It's 2-2. Mice, who was a 10th round selection by the Pirates out of Eastern Michigan in 2021. PA kid from Bethel Park, 2-2. That's down and into the righty De La Cruz. Counts full. Mice has given some length this year for the curve. 3 most recent appearances have been 3, 3 and a third, and 2. And next pitch to Carlos De La Cruz is swung on a miss. He's down on strikes. First strikeout for Justin Mice. Overall, the third for the curve. And that brings Oliver Dunn to the plate.
Of a gift card, pick up your prize at customer service. Second baseman, Oliver Dunn.
It's a 30-pitch second inning for Sean Sullivan. That's probably the reason why he's out of this game. Just a really taxing inning on really any pitcher. It's hard to go back out after throwing 30 in an inning. Oliver Dunn swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Dunn is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up in the first. 0-1. Outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-2. Al Padrique, the manager of the Phillies, third base coach's box. Ray Ricker in the first base coach's box. 0-2. Dunn will hit a little cue shot in the air, left side, foul territory. Racing over is Jackson Glenn, slides to his knees on the warning track, and he'll make the catcher out number 2. Very nice play by Jackson Glenn, who had Dunn, who's a lefty, shaded over a bit, the third baseman did, but made an excellent effort and a great sliding catch to retire Dunn. That's 2 outs for Jalen Ortiz. Of course, Al Padrique usually in the third base coach's box, Ray Ricker usually in the first base coach's box. Last night, not the case. Ray Ricker coached third. Al Padrique watched the game from the dugout, as Ricker just an opportunity to coach third. Phillies given chances to, some other coaches to get some work at the third base coach's side of things, but Al and Ray back to their respective posts tonight. First pitch to Ortiz. Outside, it's 1-0. Oliver Dunn coached first for about 6 innings last night. Ethan Wilson had the final few frames. Both had the night off as Reading went to an all-righty lineup. The 1-0's inside. Hits Jalen Ortiz, so he'll reach base. And it's a 2-out base runner for the Phillies. Third time Ortiz hit this year. And that'll bring Ethan Wilson to the plate for 2 outs. Reading up 2-1, top of the third. Asked Oliver Dunn today, you ever coached first before? And he goes, I don't know if I ever did. But about a minute before the game was about to start, Al looked at me and was like, Oliver, when was the last time you coached first? And he was like, I don't know. He was like, well, you're going to coach first tonight. 1-0 count to Wilson as the first pitch misses down. Dunn described it as an interesting experience. Said he felt a little awkward out there, which then I told him that he looked like a natural. He really did. Had the stopwatch in hand, wore the hard protective helmet. 1-0 to Wilson. Fouled straight back. It's 1-1. And then Wilson, of course, coached the final few frames of first. I think both did a good job. Of course, both guys very talented baseball players, so any thoughts of coaching? Probably not in their near future. Maybe post-playing days, Dunn and Wilson could both see themselves as coaches. I think both would be excellent coaches one day. 1-1. Wilson takes upstairs for a ball 2-1. I mean, both just personable individuals, so I think when it would come to kind of leading a group, Oliver Dunn and Ethan Wilson, both would be really good at it. But I think both have pretty big aspirations, and both have certainly the talent to achieve those aspirations. 2-1s, fouled straight back. It's 2-2. Wilson ranks the Phillies' 14th overall prospect. Dunn joined the Phillies as a free agent this past offseason after spending the first part of his career in the Yankees organization after being drafted in 2018 out of Utah, Salt Lake City native. Has been just a very consistent presence on this Phillies team this year. 2-2. Wilson swings, and it's fouled. In and out of the mid of the catcher, Dylan Shockley. So it gave Alfonso, the home plate umpire, a second or two to make that call. Wilson, the native of Andalusia, Alabama. Played his college baseball out South Alabama. All Sun Belt recognition back in 2021. Next pitch to him. He fouled straight back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Jalen Ortiz leads off first. Top half of the third. 2-1 game. Game moving at a much slower pace than the first 4 games of this week's series. 2-2. Outside for a ball. The count's full. Jalen Ortiz off and running on the pitch. Most of the night off last night was 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout Thursday night. Scored 3 runs on Wednesday. That matched the season high for Wilson, included a home run in that game. 3-2 runner goes. Wilson lines it foul off the netting on the first base side, and the count stays full. Jalen Ortiz will head back to first for another set of a sprint. Wilson overall, a .264 hitter, 13 home runs, 43 RBI. Second-year member of the Phillies. Bats from the left side, the pitch. Fouled straight back again. Count stays full, and Jalen Ortiz will return the first base. Wilson had a walk-off home run against the Portland Sea Dogs on Sunday, 6 days ago. Gave Reading a victory and the series win over a really good Portland squad. Reading has won 2 series against Portland in the last month. That's got to feel good. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. And Wilson swings and misses, and he's down on strikes. And that'll retire the side in the third. No runs, no hits. Nobody had any errors, and 1 left on base for the Fightin' Phils. We will go to the bottom of the third. Reading still up 2-1 here on the Phillies Radio Network.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Bottom half of the third inning, 2-1. Reading has the lead over the Altoona Curve. Jake Starr riding solo tonight from People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona, Pennsylvania. About 45 minutes southwest of State College. Matt Frazier leads off the bottom of the third against David Parkinson. First pitch is over for a called strike, 0-1. Parkinson snapped the curve in. Third inning of work for David Parkinson. This next pitch will be number 50 tonight for him. And it's fouled straight back, it's 0-2. Matt Frazier is 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out swinging his first time up in the first. Lone damage against David Parkinson was a leadoff home run by Jackson Glenn. Parkinson did allow a couple of base runners respectively in the first and second inning, though. Was able to work out of it, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Third strikeout tonight for David Parkinson, second one of Matt Frazier. 1 out in the third for Abraham Gutierrez. So Gutierrez will dig in against David Parkinson. Parkinson winds the first pitch home, and it's lifted in the air out towards center. Carlos De La Cruz will drift back a couple of steps. He's under and makes the catch. So 2 quick outs in the third as Gutierrez is retired. And that brings Jacob Gonzalez to the plate. Carlos De La Cruz to start in center tonight. Of course, Reading going pretty much center field by committee, as Al Padrique said, the rest of the way. 8th game that De La Cruz has played in center this year, and he's looked good in that position. First pitch to Jacob Gonzalez. That's upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Seen De La Cruz, Kroon, and Stokes get the share of action in center since Johan Rojas went to Philadelphia. 1-0 is outside for a ball. 2-0. So just going to probably be De La Cruz some nights, Stokes some nights, Kroon other nights. 2-0. That gets the knees for a called strike. It's 2-1. De La Cruz, who's played outfield for the majority of his career, mostly in the corners. Here's the 2-1. That's a breaking pitch that just misses outside. It's 3-1. De La Cruz played a good share of first base early on this year. He still sprinkles in a start once or twice a week there, but first has mostly been for Jalen Ortiz now. Here's the 3-1. That just misses outside as well. So ball 4 to Jacob Gonzalez.
Christina, you're the final good eye of the game winner. Pick up your prize at customer service.
And that'll bring Lolo Sanchez to the plate. 4th walk issued tonight by David Parkinson. And Lolo Sanchez will dig in. Sanchez is 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to right his first time up. Parkinson moves to the stretch. Here's the first pitch. Misses down low for a ball. It's 1-0.
Lolo Sanchez.
Hitting on first is Jacob Gonzalez. Here's the 1-0. It's down the chute for a called strike. It is 1-1. Gonzalez on first. Not a threat to steal, just 0 for 1 in the stolen base department this year. 1-1 home. Down low for a ball. It's 2-1. Sanchez started his swing, but was able to hold up. 2 outs in the inning. Parkinson trying to work out of it. Reading up 2-1 in the 3rd. About an hour into this one from Altoona. Next pitch is inside. It's 3-1. Infield back for the R-Phils. The exception, Jalen Ortiz. He holds the runner and Gonzalez on at first. 3-1. Lifted in the air in the infield right side. Oliver Dunn, the second baseman, is camped under it, and he'll make the catch. And that'll retire the side in the 3rd. No runs for Altoona in the inning. They had no hits. They do leave 1 on base. We played 3 from Altoona. We'll go to the 4th, running up 2-1 on the R-Phils Radio Network.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit rphils.com/programs to check it out.
Top of the 4th, it's a 2-1 ball game. Reading has the lead. Justin Weiss returns for his 2nd inning of work in relief. And he'll get Casey Martin to lead things off for the R-Phils. 6, 7, 8, 2 up for Reading. First pitch is lifted in the air out towards left. Mike Jarvis drifts back to his right, drifting towards the line of the track, and he'll make the catch for Out number 1. Martin hit it well, 314 feet, 96 off the bat, but just got a bit under it, a launch angle of 45 degrees. And it's just a deep fly out the left to Mike Jarvis, who's playing in his first AA game since his call-up yesterday from IA Greensboro. Brings Baron Ratcliffe to the plate. Mice steals the first pitch, and it's swung on and dribbled down the third base line, but foul. And it's no balls and a strike to Baron Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe walked and scored his first time up. It was a 2-out walk issued by then starter Sean Sullivan. Walked Ratcliffe, then McDowell, then Herbert Iser, the 9-man, followed with an RBI single. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs for a ball, it's 1-1. Fastball at 94 from Justin Mice. Mice, who's a righty, pitches just out of the stretch, as many relievers do. Here's the 1-1. That's inside, 2-1. Ball that bounced towards the feet of Baron Ratcliffe. Put a dance out of the way of it. Ratcliffe didn't play last night. There was an all-righty lineup against the lefty Solomito for Al Padrique, 2-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball upstairs. It's 2-2. That one also at 94. On Thursday night, Ratcliffe 1 for 4 and a strikeout. Is 4 for 11 across the series so far. Has a pair of doubles as well. 2-2. That's up for a ball. It's 3-2. Ratcliffe, the big lefty, 6'4", 228, from Lansing, Michigan. Played his college ball down south at Georgia Tech. 3-2. That's upstairs, ball 4. Second walk. Work tonight by Baron Ratcliffe. It's the first one issued by Justin Mice, and it's a 1-out base runner for the R-Phils as Max McDowell comes to the plate. If you're just joining us and you're hearing a lot of jingling music in the background, you're probably wondering, it's July and I'm hearing Christmassy music. Well, you'd be right. First pitch to McDowell. Late swing on a fastball that was in towards the hands of the righty. It's 0-1. Tonight is Christmas in July at People's Natural Gas Field. Christmas music, Christmas stuff on the video board. All the headshots edited to have ugly sweaters on them. Next pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike 0-2. Max McDowell's ugly sweater is Santa Claus playing golf with a reindeer caddy standing directly behind him. Try and get you some more of the video board graphics tonight as well. 0-2 is fouled straight back by McDowell. And then the statistics are stockings over a fireplace. So it's like picture a fireplace and then 4 stockings for average on base percentage, RBI, and home runs. Maybe McDowell can, stuff the stocking a little bit with one of those statistics too. They'll throw over towards first as Ratcliffe dives back in. Ratcliffe's stolen a few bags this year. He's 2 for 3 overall, but not really much of a threat to steal on the base pass. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and dribbled foul towards the R-Phils dugout on the third base side. Al Padrique will field that and flip it back towards his dugout where Casey Martinson makes a nice one-handed snag. Drops it in the bucket, most likely for batting practice use tomorrow or whenever. Count stays 0-2 to Max McDowell. Ratcliffe gets his lead off first. Here's the pitch. That one misses up for a ball. It's 1-2. Probably got a bit of a gift there from home plate umpire Gabe Alfonso. Why not on Christmas in July? Ball that looked to be in the strike zone, but he called it a ball. 1-2. That one's down low. It's 2-2. Christmas in July being celebrated a few days early, usually on July 25th, but today the 22nd. Next pitch. Fastball in on the hands. McDowell swings and misses. Third strikeout for Justin Mice tonight. 5th overall for Altoona. That brings Herbert Iser to the plate. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 2-1 ball game. Reading has the lead as Baron Ratcliffe leads off first. Herbert Iser's ugly sweater looks to be Santa with like a light glowing in his eye. Not sure if it's like an evil Santa or something like that. First pitch to Iser, misses up for a ball. It's 1-0. Rare start for Iser. He's the DH tonight. Had an RBI single his first time up back in the second. Pitch to him. Upstairs again. It's 2-0. Average up to 196 for Herbert Iser. 2 home runs, 7 RBI on the year. With the run knocked in he had back in the second. 2-0. Gets the outside corner for a called strike. It's 2-1. Infield plays Iser to pull very dramatically. Shortstop Finol is playing pretty much behind the second base bag, shaded a little to the left of it. 2-1. Iser will shoot it in the air foul. To the left side, it's out of play. Third baseman Jackson Glenn is playing pretty much in the shortstop spot. Basically, the entire third base line is vacated for Herbert Iser, who has a 2-ball and 2-strike count. 2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. That one's lifted in the air, foul territory, drifting out of play behind home plate. And it'll land in the seats. A souvenir for a lucky fan. Or I guess instead of souvenir, we can exchange that word for gift tonight in honor of the Christmas and July spirit. Iser will dig back in from the right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the fourth. Mice ready and deals. Swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs, and Iser is retired. 4 strikeout for Justin Mice. No runs, no hits. 1 left for the R-Phils in the fourth. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Reading still up 2-1 on the R-Phils Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
Good luck at Northrop Grumman.
Bottom of the fourth, we move to, and Reading's up 2-1. Jake Starr here on the R-Phils Radio Network as David Parkinson is back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. 62 pitches overall after throwing 14 in the third. And all face 6, 7, 8 of the Altoona lineup, starting with Sung-Chae Chang, who digs in from the left side. Parkinson, the lefty, fires home. And it gets the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Drop the curveball in, speed at 75. Chang is 0 for 1 tonight. Hit a little flare towards shallow center. Casey Martin made a terrific catch on it. 0-1 is down. Chang tried to check his swing. They'll go to third. Drew Corey will say no swing. So it's 1-1. Drew Corey at third. He's the crew chief of the staff. Zdenek Zedek at first. Gabe Alfonso has balls and strikes tonight. 1-1. Inside 2-1. Chang, the lefty, had to shake his way out of the way of it. Parkinson, who settled in after a couple long innings to start. 2-1. That one skied in the air left side. It'll go out of play, foul and into the seats. It's 2-2. The play changing the pull. Outfield has him shaded to go that way too. The 2-2. Lifted in the air, in the infield. Left side, darting in, screwing the third baseman. McDowell, the catcher, makes the call on the catch. A couple of steps in front of home plate. And that'll be out number 1, which brings Mike Jarvis to the plate.
Left fielder Mike Jarvis.
Mike Jarvis will dig in from the right side. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 game. Reading has the lead. Jarvis making just his second AA plate appearance. Walked his last time up. First pitch is a foul ball straight back. It's 0-1. Jarvis, who walks up to The Kind of Love We Make by Luke Combs. Same walk-up song as Bryce Harper of the Philadelphia Phillies. Of course, the parent club of the Reading Fightin Phils, longest affiliation of minor league baseball, the 0-1. Jarvis skies in the air towards right, not deep. Ratcliffe maybe moved in a step and goes a few to his right. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And it's 2 quick outs for David Parkinson.
Shortstop, Claudio Pino.
Harper's unique because he has multiple walk-up songs. The first at-bat's always Flower by Moby, and then the second at-bat, the last couple of years, has been The Kind of Love We Make by Luke Combs. Used to be Body Like a Back Road by Sam Hunt, but he has since shifted to another country song. First pitch to Claudio Finol is down low for a ball, 1-0. Of course, one of my favorite videos out there was Game 3 of the 2022 World Series. Here's the 1-0 to Finol. Down low, it's 2-0. And Fox kind of jacked up their crowd noise a little bit, and it was Flower by Moby playing, Harper's walk-up song, and Dan Baker's voice echoing, now batting number 3, Bryce Harper. John Smoltz then says something along the lines of, Harper's going to be hunting a breaking ball by McCullers. Lance McCullers throws him a hanger, and Harper hits a home run. 2-0 is a hard hit ground ball towards third. Kroon has it, fires across in time, and that retires the side in the 4th. First time tonight for a 3-up, 3-down inning for David Parkinson. We're through 4. We'll go to the 5th, Reading up 2-1 on the Our Phils Radio Network. Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Our Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. Top half of the 5th inning, Reading still up 2-1, looking to give some run support to David Parkinson, who has seemingly settled in nicely for Reading tonight. Justin Mice returns the mound for his 3rd inning in relief, up to 41 pitches. And first batter he gets is Matthew Kroon of the Our Phils. Digs in from the right side, the leadoff man. First pitch is a slow roller hit to the right of the mound. Mice over, fields his position, sets his feet and throws. It's in time. Very nice play by Justin Mice. 1 pitch, 1 out for him. And that brings Carlos De La Cruz to the plate. So before the break, we were talking about walk-up songs and Bryce Harper and how Mike Jarvis in his AA debut, The Kind of Love We Make by Luke Combs as his walk-up song. 2 Luke Combs walk-up songs in the starting 9. Matter of fact, for this Altoona team, Fast Car by Luke Combs is Sung Chae Chang's walk-up song. but saying how Bryce Harper, the same second walk-up song that he has, first pitch to De La Cruz, swing and a miss, 0-1. Because Flower by Moby is Bryce Harper's first walk-up song, and then The Kind of Love We Make by Luke Combs is second. Used to be Body Like a Back Road by Sam Hunt, 0-1. Outside 1-1. Then we're just talking about how the clip from Game 3 of the World Series against the Astros, where Harper hit the home run off McCullers, how they kind of jacked up their crowd noise and played Flower by Moby, had Dan Baker announcing Harper, swinging a miss from De La Cruz, it's 1-2. And then John Smoltz says something along the lines of, I'd be shocked if Harper's not sitting on a breaking pitch. First pitch is a breaking pitch. Harper goes deep. Phillies lead, and Phillies go on to win Game 3 of the World Series, go up 2-1, but that's where the story ends. We won't go any further than that. 1-2 is little nubber foul. It's rolling back towards fair territory, and Dylan Shockley will stand over it and then pick it up foul as Carlos De La Cruz gave a little jog up the first base line, and the count stays 1-2. Phillies, of course, in Cleveland tonight, taking on the Guardians, parent club of the Akron Rubber Ducks of the Eastern League. Akron, one of 3 teams Reading does not see this year: Akron, Erie, and Bowie. Phillies fell last night to the Guardians. Here's the 1-2, down low for a ball, 2-2. Iron Pig's not that far away. They're in Toledo. Toledo, the AAA affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. Reading here tonight, Jersey Shore down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 2-2, swing and a miss. De La Cruz chasing upstairs fastball. Second time he's been K'd tonight. 5th punch out for Justin Weiss. 7th overall for Altoona pitching tonight. That brings Oliver Dunn up. Clearwater, a little cross bay action between them and the Tampa Tarpons, the single A affiliate of the New York Yankees. Clearwater, 7-0 win last night. And man, that's been a fun team to follow all year. Oliver Dunn digs in. First pitch is hit in the air straight back towards the press box. It'll hit just beneath and shoot back to the stands, 0-1. If you're just a fan of the Phillies organization in general, and especially here in Reading, you're looking maybe a year, probably more 2 years ahead. A lot of those guys in Clearwater, will probably project to be here in Reading in the next 2-3 years. Pitch to Dunn, 0-1, misses outside 1-1. It's a Clearwater team that's really good, having a lot of fun, and winning a lot of games. They won the first half title, so already into the playoffs, and they're playing really good baseball in the second half of the season as well. 1-1, upstairs 2-1, 2 outs in the 5th. Reading leads 2-1, bases empty for Oliver Dunn. Alex Coffey of the Philadelphia Inquirer, a really good story out a couple of weeks ago just on the camaraderie and chemistry of that Clearwater team. 2-1s in for a called strike, 2-2. Led by Marty Malloy, the manager for the Threshers, who everybody that we've talked about here who's worked with him, Mick Abel we talked earlier to about, Ray Ricker, who was on Malloy's staff last year. Great things about Malloy to say. 2-2, swing and a miss. And Oliver Dunn goes down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the innings, 3 up, 3 down, go the Fightin' Phils. We have passed the midway point here in Altoona. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Reading still up 2-1 on the Our Phils Radio Network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Anniversary wishes from Dairy Queen.
Bottom half of the 5th inning, pace has definitely picked up as the pitching staffs have both really settled in, especially David Parkinson. He's out for inning number 5 at work. 72 pitches tonight for the lefty. First batter he gets the 9-man Dylan Shockley. Parkinson wind and fires, 73rd pitch home, and it's swung on and missed on a fastball. It's 0-1. Parkinson, who threw 48 combined pitches, 23 and 25 respectively in the first 2 frames, but has gone 14 in the 3rd, then 10 in the 4th. Here's the 0-1, and it is just up for a ball, 1-1. Tried to drop a curveball in, but didn't get it down enough. So even count now to Dylan Shockley. Deals the 1-1. Just misses outside for a ball. It is 2 balls and a strike. Shockley is 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out looking against David Parkinson back in the 2nd inning. As the lefty winds and deals. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Parkinson a fastball over at 88. There is action in the Altoona bullpen. Tanaj Chamas up and throwing, so Justin Weiss has given 3 excellent innings, but it appears his night might be soon coming to an end. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to his catcher, Dylan Shockley, the pitch. Lifted in the air, towards right, slicing towards the line, shallow. Racing in comes Barron Ratcliffe, towards the curve, bullpen, he makes the catch, leaps into the stands. And that is out number 1, an impressive catch from Barron Ratcliffe. The protector in the bullpen for Altoona, Oliver Garcia, quickly ran over when he saw Ratcliffe start to kind of dangle over to make sure he could grab him. So I was appreciative when the other team's looking out for your guys. But nonetheless, a great catch by Ratcliffe as he made it right at home plate in the curved bullpen down the right field line for out 1. Here comes Jackson Glenn, first pitch home. Gets the inside corner at the curveball. It's 0-1. Jackson Glenn's 1 for 2 tonight. Homer in the first. Flew out in the second. 0-1 offering. Inside, it's 1-1. Obviously, we'll see where Parkinson goes from here. Season high is 101 in pitches. At 78 right now. If he can get out of the inning around 85, we'll see if they maybe think about bringing him out for the 6th inning. 1-1, and that it's on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 1-2. Season high is 6 innings for Parkinson. He's done that 4 times, most recently 8 days ago against Portland in a win, 1-2. Little slow roller foul towards the third base coach's box where Altoona manager Calix Crabb will run in and scoop it up. So it's a ball and 2 strikes with 1 out to Jackson Glenn. Second batter of the inning. Parkinson, the lefty, from the third base side of the rubber, fires. And it's a ground ball hit towards short. Casey Martin fields it with a backhand. Hits off his mitt, and that will allow Jackson Glenn to reach base. See what they rolled at. It's definitely a tough play for Casey Martin. Had to take a good amount of steps towards his right to field it. Did a similar one in Casey Martin, kind of deflect off his glove the other night as well. Still no official ruling quite yet between a hit or an error. And it will be a hit. Right decision, too. First pitch to Matt Frazier. Hits into the air, left side of the infield. Casey Martin gets another chance. He'll drift to shallow left. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Well, they always say the ball finds a way to find you. And that's what happened to Casey Martin. But granted, the play before wasn't any play you put your head down about. It's a tough play. And if he makes it, it's a great play. And it's one that if you ask Casey Martin, he'll tell you that, yeah, I should make that play. Someone who takes a lot of pride in his defense, but it's a tough one. 2 outs now for Abraham Gutierrez in the 5th. Reading still up by 1. Parkinson from the stretch. Throws over towards first, and back in with a dive head first is Jackson Glenn. Just 2 for 2 on the base pass for Jackson Glenn through 10 now, 11 games on this Altoona side. Here's the pitch. It's up and away for a ball, 1-0. If I had to make an educated guess, that being pitch number 84, this is probably the last inning for David Parkinson. Keelan Kilgore is up and throwing in the Phillies bullpen. 1-0 is roped toward Kilgore in the left field line, but it'll go out of play foul, 1-1. Ball was smoked, 107 miles per hour off the bat. Hit it 314 feet, too. So Reading would opt to stay with the lefty if Kilgore gets the 6. And then from there, obviously, it's only righties available in the Reading bullpen. Throw over towards first. Had Glenn leaning, but the tag from Ortiz a little bit late. So it's a ball and a strike, 2 outs with Glenn on first. Abraham Gutierrez the batter. Parkinson readies at the belt. 1-1. That's a line drive back towards the middle, in for a base hit. Making a turnaround second and stopping is Jackson Glenn. So just up 90 feet. Runners on first and second after the Gutierrez single. That brings Jacob Gonzalez to the plate. Keelan Kilgore just now starting to pitch off the mound, so we'll see what Reading decides to do here. Gonzalez and Lolo Sanchez both righties. Sungchae Chang is a lefty, so he's up in 2 batters, so probably no rush right now to get Kilgore in. There will be a mound visit here with Brad Bergeson in the entirety of the Phillies infield. Could think it could be the last batter for Parkinson. If he gets the out, he's done through 5. If he allows Gonzalez to reach, then Reading could go to Kilgore. Kilgore's been pretty much the lone lefty in the Reading bullpen as of late. Taylor Lehman and him were the 2 lefties to start the year, but Lehman was promoted to AAA Lehigh Valley back in May, so Kilgore's pretty much been your only lefty, so it's a very heavy righty group in the Phillies bullpen. So Jacob Gonzalez digs in. 2 on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Reading leads 2-1, trying to maintain that lead. Parkinson trying to make it through the 5th. He's at 86 pitches. Here's 87. That's a curveball right at the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Great spot by David Parkinson. Both runners lead off, neither being held on. Infield plays back for Reading. Outfield straight away. 0-1. That one's rocketed down the right field line foul. It's 0-2. So David Parkinson, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Just 3 strikeouts tonight for Parkinson, but he can get through this inning at just 1 run. It's another impressive outing for the lefty. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Reading leads 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Runners lead off first and second. Parkinson rests his glove on his chest, gets the sign and readies at the belt. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball towards second, not hit hard, Dunn charges, field, sets himself, throws the first in time, and that'll retire the side in the 5th. No runs on a pair of hits. Altoona strands both runners on base. We have played 5 full. We'll go to the 6th, Reading up 2-1 on the Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phillies fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Phillies mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Top of the sixth, new arm in for the Altoona Curve. It's Tanaj Thomas. Thomas making his 22nd appearance of the year. Has started a game. He's 2-2 with 6.75 ERA. 19 hits allowed across 22 and 2/3. 23 walks to just 15 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .244 off the right-handed pitcher. Stands at 6'4", 210. First batter he faces is Jalen Ortiz. Deals home. It's down low for a ball, 1-0. Thomas, who's a native of Freeport in the Bahamas, was acquired via trade with Cleveland back in 2018. 1-0 home. Down low for a ball, 2-0. Was signed by an international free agent by Cleveland for $200,000 at 17 years old. Just 2 years later was acquired by the Pirates, and he was just 19 years old. Here's the 2-0. Ortiz takes inside for a ball, 3-0. He's in relief of Justin Mice, who was excellent. 3 hitless innings, no runs. Did allow a walk. Picked up a season-high 6 strikeouts, Mice did. And now it's Thomason, the 3-0. And that one's down ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk for Jalen Ortiz. Second straight at-bat he's been aboard. First walk issued by Tanaj Thomas. That'll bring Ethan Wilson to the plate. Wilson, the Phillies, number 14 overall prospect, will dig in from the left side. Infield set to turn 2 against Wilson as Jalen Ortiz takes his lead off first. Here's the first pitch. That's in tight. Wilson had to kick his leg up to avoid being hit, and it's a ball and no strikes. That'll prompt a mound visit now between Dylan Shockley, the catcher, and Tanaj Thomas. Also, interim pitching coach Scotty Larson will make his way out.
For fans, it's time for the Budweiser Thirst Inning. Raise your cups in the air and enjoy your ice cold Budweiser served every game here in Curve, PA.
5 straight balls thrown by Tanaj Thomas to start tonight's outing. Of course, Altoona trying to nip that before spirals anymore. Larson will head back to the dugout. Mound visit concludes. Reading up 2-1. They got a run in the first and a run in the second. They've been quiet since. You know the R-Phils would certainly love some insurance here in the 6th. 1 ball, no strike to Ethan Wilson. Thomas ready's at the belt. Deals the 1-0. That's inside again, 2-0. Wilson, the lefty, again had to step his way out of the way of it. Not sure there's a grip issue. Thomas does go to the rosin bag situated just behind home plate. So it's 2 balls and no strikes now to Wilson. Jalen Ortiz leads off first. Still nobody away in the 6th. Now time's called. It looked like by Dylan Shockley, the catcher. Not sure if Shockley and Thomas are struggling to get on the same page. Now Thomas ready at the belt. Deals the 2-0. Inside again, same spot. It's 3-0 to Ethan Wilson. And after each pitch, Thomas fiddling with the mound, the rosin bag, exchanging baseballs. Does not look to be very comfortable out there. Tanaj Thomas does. And he's thrown 7 straight balls since entering. Altoona's bullpen stays quiet. Couldn't imagine that would be the case much longer. Here's the 3-0, and that's down low ball 4. So back-to-back walk issued by Tanaj Thomas, which brings Casey Martin to the plate. And it's really a pristine opportunity here for Reading to try and tack on a couple of insurance runs. David Parkinson currently in line for the win, but you'd love to make it a bit more of a comfortable situation for the bullpen. Something Griff McGarry talked to us in the pregame show was how the offense did a good job putting some runs of support on, so when it did turn over to the bullpen, they had some cushion to work with. So Casey Martin digs in from the right side. 2 on, nobody out. 8 straight balls thrown by Thomas. First pitch to Martin. He'll square to bunt. He'll take it for a ball. It's 0-1. Also, an update in the ugly sweater compartment. Casey Martin's ugly sweater is a gingerbread man saying, "Oh, snap." Online, pretty good. It's pretty funny. I'll give it to the Altoona creative team. Here's the 0-1, squares the bunt again, pulls back 1-1. They'll throw behind Ortiz at second, and they don't get him, barely. Ortiz dives back in safely. It's a ball and a strike. Jalen Ortiz gets his lead off. Either runner being held on. Corner's playing up for Altoona with Martin squaring the bunt. He'll do it again. He'll get it down. Rolls it up the third base line, but it'll be picked up foul by Jackson Glenn. And it's 1-2. Would have been a great bunt if he could have kept it fair. Could have had an infield single out of it, too. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody away in the top of the 6th. Reading leads by 1 with runners on first and second. Corners will stay up. Middle's back and pinch to turn 2. Be hard-pressed to see Martin square again in a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Thomas ready at the belt. And the pitch. That's low and away for a ball. It's 2-2. Reading, who's tried to play some small ball the last few nights, or the last few weeks, trying to manufacture some runs. The offense still getting the job done, but it's had some nights where it's been more quiet, but the pitching staff's really recent resurgence has really helped out our Phils as of late and helped them get a lot of wins. 2-2, Martin swings and misses, and a fastball low and away, and that is first strikeout for Tanaj Thomas, first out of the inning, as Martin chased a slider that was low and away, and that brings Baron Ratcliffe to the plate.
Strikeout number 9 on the Ben Island strikeout meter. Right fielder, Baron Ratcliffe.
Just 3 strikes to 13 balls thrown by Tanaj Thomas since entering the ball game. And Baron Ratcliffe digs in. Keelan Kilgore back up and throwing, so it looks like he'll get the 6 for the R-Phils. First pitch to Ratcliffe's down and in for a ball, 1-0. And you got to think the approach here for the R-Phils is wait for your pitch. Thomas has shown he is struggling to throw strikes, so don't give him anything. Here's the 1-0. And Ratcliffe will take one for a strike, 1-1. Fastball 92 on the inner half. Ratcliffe looked to be taken all the way. Thomas comes ready at the belt, checks back at the runner at second and deals. That's outside for a ball, 2-1. Dylan Shockley tried to frame it up for home plate umpire Gabe Alfonso, and then he'll quickly snap his head around and say, "Where'd that miss?" And Alfonso will say, "Little outside." Shockley nods his head and then squats back down. So 2 balls and a strike to Baron Ratcliffe. Here's the pitch. That's down and in. It's 3-1. Big hitters count here for Ratcliffe. Runners get their leads. Ortiz off second, Wilson off first. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Reading by 1. Thomas ready and deals. That's upstairs, ball 4. So 3 walks issued by Tanaj Thomas in this 6th inning. It brings Max McDowell to the plate and a big chance. And really for Reading, Yeah, you'd love an extra base hit, but just find a way to get at least a run or two home here. Single would be huge for Max McDowell, of course. So he'll dig in from the right side. Tuna will play the infield back. They'll try and turn two, at least the middle back. Corners will play up towards the cutout / grass. As McDowell digs in. Just a 167 hitter this year with runners in scoring position. He awaits the first pitch. Gets the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Thomas, who's thrown just 4 strikes and 14 balls. Pitch number 19. Here it comes. That misses down and away. It's 1-1 to McDowell. There is action in the Altoona bullpen. Cameron Junker, who we saw the other night in Altoona's win on Thursday. The righty up and throwing. 1-1. Gets the outside corner. It's 1-2 to Max McDowell. Altoona looking for a ground ball double play. Reading looking to try and get a couple of runs home here. They lead 2-1 in the 6th. Now awaits the 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back off the netting behind home plate. Count stays 1-2. All 3 base runners this inning have reached via the walk. Ortiz on third, Wilson on second, Ratcliffe on first. Lone out's been a Casey Martin strikeout, sandwiched between them. Thomas readies and deals. That's slow and away. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Herbert Iser awaits on deck. Iser, who's 1 for 2 today, has an RBI single. McDowell's 0 for 1. He's walked and struck out. The catcher, who grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, awaits the 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball up and in. And Max McDowell is down on strikes.
Strikeout number 10 on the pen.
Second strikeout of the inning for Tanaj Thomas. 2 strikeouts and 3 walks, and he'll look to leave the bases loaded. But his challenge here is the 9-hole hitter, the DH for Reading, Herbert Iser. Iser digs in from the left side, bats with bases loaded and 2 outs. Thomas set at the belt. Pitch to Iser. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Iser, a 143 hitter, entering today with bases and runners in scoring position. Has already driven home a run today. Down to the count 0-1. Thomas kicks and deals. At the knees, and now it's 0-2. Iser quickly in a hole. See if he asks for time here. That he will. Keelan Kilgore continues to throw in the Phillies bullpen. Cam Junker in the Altoona bullpen. Kilgore looks like he'll get the bottom of the 6th for Reading in relief of David Parkinson, who started tonight. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Thomas set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back by Herbert Iser, and the count stays 1-2. Iser, very limited action this year, just 2 home runs. Came back in the middle of June, but he's pounced on every opportunity when given this year. Here's the 0-2 to him. Lift into the air well, out towards left. Jarvis going back. He'll have room, drifts back to the track, and he'll make the catch just in front of the left field fence. No runs in the inning for Reading. They had no hits, no errors for Altoona. 3 Fightin' Phils are stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 Reading on the Phils Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Ripett Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Bottom of the 6th brings us in Alberta University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Keelan Kilgore, the new arm in relief for the Fightin' Phils. Kilgore, who's the lone lefty in the Our Phils bullpen, gets Lolo Sanchez, the leadoff man in the 6th. First pitch is in for a ball, 1-0. 29th appearance for Kilgore, the 6'3", 185-pound lefty from Wichita, Kansas. 29 appearances, 3-1, a 4.09 ERA. 1-0 is in there for a called strikeout and 1 ball, 1 strike. 37 strikeouts, 21 walks across 33 innings pitched for Keelan Kilgore. 1-1. Just misses outside. 2-1.
Oh my God, he has a buzz.
Kilgore in for David Parkinson, who was solid tonight, worked around some adversity. Didn't have his best stuff, but got the job done and is in line for the win. 2-1. Sanchez skies it in the air. Foul territory, right side. Ortiz and Dunn race over, along with Ratcliffe, and it'll land between them just shy of the Altoona bullpen, and that's strike number 2. 5 innings tonight for Parkinson. 4 hits allowed, a run, it was earned. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Really did settle in, though, in the last 3 innings he threw. Threw 23 and 25 pitches, respectively, in his first 2 frames. And then went 14, 10, 17 his last 3 frames. Just 1 walk across the last 3 frames as well for Parkinson. 2-2 to Sanchez is on the outside corner, called strike 3. First strikeout picked up by Keelan Kilgore. It's the first out of the 6, and that brings Sung-Chae Cheng to the plate. Cheng will dig in from the left side, working against the lefty Keelan Kilgore. He'll kick and deal the first pitch home, and it's over for a called strike 0-1. Lefty's hitting just .213 off Kilgore this year. Righty's .281, so pretty true splits for the southpaw Kilgore. Here's the 0-1. Outside corner for a called strike 0-2. Kilgore, who was a 17th round pick by the Phillies in 2018 out of Wichita State, has made his way through the Phillies organization, now to AA Reading in 2022. The 0-2, Cheng will flare one to shallow center. Racing in is De La Cruz. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And that brings Mike Jarvis to the plate.
Left fielder Mike Jarvis.
Kilgore missed 2 full years, was drafted in 18. Pitched in 18 and 19. Didn't pitch in 20 because of COVID. In 2021, missed the whole year after he got left elbow surgery. And then 2022, he didn't start the season until August 28th. So he really hasn't pitched much since 2019. First pitch to Mike Jarvis over for a called strike 0-1. So 2023, really his first full season in 4 years, and having a lot of success for Kilgore. You love to see it for the lefty. Here's the 0-1. That's rocketed towards center. In comes De La Cruz, has a beat on it. He'll make the catch, and that retires the side in the 6th. No runs, no hits, nobody left. The 1-2-3 inning for Keelan Kilgore. We're 2/3 of the way home from Altoona. We'll go to the 7th, Reading 2, Curve 1 on the Our Phil's Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Matthew Kroon digs in to lead off the 7th inning. And first pitch shown from Tanaj Thomas is inside for a ball, 1-0. Top of the 7th, it's a 2-1 lead for Reading. As Kroon leads off, 1-2, 3-2 up. Next pitch to Kroon is down for a ball. It's 2-0. Here's the 2-0, and that's skied in the air towards shallow right, drifting towards foul territory. Racing over is the first baseman Gonzalez, who makes an excellent basket catch just in front of the tarp down the right field line, and that's out number 1.
The Community Bank committed to keeping your money local. Kish Bank's new Altoona branch of Pleasant Valley Boulevard now open.
So that will bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate for the Our Phils. De La Cruz, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Tanaj Thomas back out for his 2nd inning of work. We'll dig in from the right side. Reading leads 2-1. Thomas back out for another inning of work. First pitch is down low for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That's in tight for a ball. It's 2-0. Pitch. De La Cruz will sky it in the air down the right field line in the air. It is out of play, foul. And it's 2 balls and a strike to De La Cruz. No action in the Our Phil's bullpen, so looks like Keelan Kilgore will get the next inning. Ground ball hit towards short. Charging is Finol, the shortstop, throws on the first in time. That's out number 2. Carlos De La Cruz now 0 for 4 tonight. And that'll bring Oliver Dunn to the plate with 2 outs.
Second baseman Oliver Dunn.
Dunn's 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of strikeouts and a pop out. He'll dig in from the left side. First pitch to Dunn is in tight for a ball. It's 1-0 to Oliver, who's, we said, 0 for 3 tonight. 264 on the year, 11 home runs, 47 RBIs, which is tied for the team lead, 1-0. Upstairs in the zone, it's called a strike by home plate umpire Gabe Alfonso. Here's the 1-1. That's right down the chute for a called strike. It's 1-2. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Thomas looking for a clean frame. He's ready, and he will deal the 1-2, and Dunn will rope it towards second, hard on the ground. Shankfield flips the first in time, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Fightin' Phils. It's stretch time here in Altoona. We will go to the bottom of the 7th. Reading still up 2-1 on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Bottom half of the 7th inning, Reading still a 2-1 lead. Keelan Kilgore back out for inning number 2 of work. He'll face 8-9-1 in this Altoona lineup. First pitch to Claudio Finol is taken outside for a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes to Finol, who is 0 for 1 tonight. Walked and then grounded out to third his last time up. Time called as an errant ball from the Altoona bullpen made its way down the first base line. Still Cam Junker up and throwing in the curved bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's lofted foul directly behind home plate into the crowd, and it's out of play. The seat's about 8 rows in front of the suites here at People's Natural Gas Field. So it's a ball and a strike now to Claudio Finol. Keelan Kilgore out for another inning of work. 1-1, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Kilgore, we talked about, was a 2018 draft pick out of Wichita State by the Phillies. Was actually college teammates with current Philly Alec Boehm. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Kilgore. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and Claudio Finol is down on strikes. Second strikeout for Kilgore. First out of the 7th, Dylan Shockley But yeah, Kilgore and Bohm, both teammates with the Wichita State Shockers, both picked in the same draft. Bohm was a first-round selection by the Phillies in 2018. Kilgore, 17th round. Bohm made his big league debut back in 2020. Here's Dylan Shockley. First pitch to him is at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. Bohm, who has solidified himself as an everyday player in the Phillies lineup, had a key role in the Phillies' run to the World Series last year. 0-1 is just outside for a ball, 1-1. Bohm, of course, came through Reading and route to Philadelphia back in 2019. Had an Alec Bohm t-shirt giveaway last Sunday's game, honoring some of our former R-Phils who went on to do great things with the Phillies. 1-1 is lofted in the air. Down the right field line, it'll land foul. Just out of play, it's a ball and 2 strikes. And next Sunday, a week from tomorrow, will be an Aaron Nola bobblehead giveaway to the first 1,500 kids in attendance. Tickets still available, of course, at rphils.com/tickets, 610-370-BALL, or in person at the Customers Bank ticket office. It's a ball and 2 strikes with 1 out to Dylan Shockley. Kilgore readies at the letters. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Shockley goes down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Keelan Kilgore. 3 in total, and that brings us back to the top of the lineup to Jackson Glenn and Al Padrique. He looks to be playing some matchups here. Will point to his bullpen and bring in Braden Zarbniski. Kilgore will exit after retiring 5 in a row. Reading still up 2-1. Bases clear, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Back after this on the R-Phils Radio Network.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Nursing.
Braden Zarbniski is the new arm in for the Fightin' Phils, in for Keelan Kilgore. Zarbniski, this Alverna University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen, enters with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Jackson Glenn is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Zarbniski, who's making his 30th appearance of the year, team lead in that. 5-1 record of 3.08 ERA. Next pitch is over for a ball. It's 1-1. 46 strikeouts and 15 walks across 38 innings pitched for Braden Zarbniski. 1-1. Outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Keelan Kilgore certainly got the job done. Faced 5 batters, got all 5 out. 3 strikeouts, 2 fly balls to center. Al Padrique now goes to Zarbniski against the righty Jackson Glenn. 2-1, fouled straight back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zarbniski 1 strike away from escaping the 7th inning and keeping it a 2-1 lead for Reading. Jackson Glenn will ask for and be granted time by Gabe Alfonso, the home plate umpire. Glenn's having a strong night. He's 2 for 3. Home run, single, and a fly out to right was the lone out back in the second. Zarmiski readies the 2-2. That's fouled back off the netting behind home plate. The count stays even at 2. David Parkinson got the start tonight. He went 5. Allowed just a run in the first and then 4 straight scoreless innings. And then Keelan Kilgore, now Braden Zarmiski, whose 2-2 offering is down low, and the count goes full. Time called as more baseball is delivered to Gabe Alfonso, our home plate umpire. So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Running a 2-1 lead at the base is empty. Zarmiski readies and deals. That one's hit in the air, foul. And it'll land in the second level of seats here at People's Natural Gas Field. Beautiful ballpark here in Altoona, celebrating their 25th year of curved baseball. 3-2 count, here's the pitch. That's a line drive towards short. It'll skip past Martin in the center field, a base hit. Making a quick turnaround first. Going for second is Jackson Glenn. The throw to second's offline. Knocked down by Oliver Dunn, and it's a hustle double for Jackson Glenn. His 3rd hit of the day, and that brings Matt Frazier to the plate.
Center fielder, Matt Frazier.
So Matt Frazier will step in with 2 outs in the inning. So Jackson Glenn is 3 for 4 tonight. Abraham Gutierrez is 2 for 3. And the rest of the Altoona lineup is 0 for 17 tonight. First pitch to Frazier is fouled back. It's 0-1. That double for Glenn, his 4th since joining Altoona. And this is 11th game with the curve since coming up from High A Greensboro. The 0-1 is ground ball towards first, stabbed at and fielded by Jalen Ortiz. He'll flip to Braden Zarmiski, covering the bag. He'll tag it, and that'll retire the side in the 7th. No runs for Altoona. They did have a hit, no errors, 1 left. Work through 7 full from People's Natural Gas Field. We'll go to the 8th. 2-1 Reading on the Art Phil's Radio Network.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Top of the 8th inning, Reading still leads 2-1. 4th pitcher of the day in for Altoona, Cameron Junker will enter, trailing 2-1. Junker making his 31st appearance of the year, does have a start. He's 2-3, a 3.89 ERA. 31 hits allowed over 34 2/3. 20 walks, 31 strikeouts. Opponents 231 against him. First offering to Jalen Ortiz in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. We'll face the middle third of the Reading lineup. 4-5-6-2 up, starting with Ortiz. In this top half of the 8th, here's the 0-1. It is down low for a ball. It's 1-1. Junker ready at the belt. Here's the 1-1 offering. It's down low, 2-1. Junker was a 10th round selection by the Pirates out of Notre Dame. 25-year-olds from Cincinnati, Ohio. The right-handed pitcher stands tall. The 2-1 is line drive towards right center field. It's down for a base hit. Matt Frazier, the center fielder, races over to cut it off. Jalen Ortiz on base for the 3rd time tonight. First base hit. It's a single. That brings Ethan Wilson to the plate for the Phillies. So Ethan Wilson digs in. Nobody away in the top half of the 8th inning. Reading leads 2-1 with the runner on first. Infield position to turn 2. First pitch. At the knees to Wilson, it's 0-1. Fastball at 93 from Cam Junker. Junker stands at 6'5", 220 pounds for the righty. Deals the 0-1. Little cue shot out in front of home plate. Scooped by Shockley to catcher. It's going to be a tough play. He gets it at first. So Wilson's retired. Ortiz up to second. It's basically a sacrifice bunt.
Shortstop Casey Martin.
Was a roller very slowly up the first base line, maybe 5-10 feet in front of home plate. Dylan Shockley, though, a nice job to field it. Set that inside throwing lane to the first baseman, Jacob Gonzalez, and making the play. So that brings Casey Martin to the plate, 1 away in the top of the 8th. Reading leads 2-1 with Jalen Ortiz leading off second. First pitch to Martin is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Just 3 hits tonight for Reading. The home run from Matthew Kroon, that single from Jalen Ortiz, and the Herbert Iser RBI single in the second, which right now proves to be the game-winning hit. 1-0 to Martin, swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Casey Martin's 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of flyouts and a strikeout. As Junker's ready at the belt. The 1-1 pitch. Martin tried to hold up on his swing on a inside fastball. They'll appeal to first, where first base umpire Zdenek Zedek will say that Martin went, so it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Casey Martin, the former Arkansas Razorback, will ask for time, be granted by Gabe Alfonso. Alfonso has balls and strikes. Zdenek Zedek at first, the crew chief Drew Corey at third. Here's the 1-2. Little flare shot straight behind home plate. It'll land about 10 rows in front of the press box, and the count stays 1-2. We've had a few foul balls get close, but nothing remotely too close / playable up here in the broadcast booth. High up above People's Natural Gas Field. The 1-2, fouled straight back by Martin. It stays 1-2. So it's a ball and 2 strikes to Casey Martin, 1 away in the top of the 8th. Ortiz takes his lead off second. Second baseman Sung-Chae Chang shades towards the bag, then drifts back to his position. 1-2 home. That one is lined in the air towards left. Jarvis races in, he's there, makes the catch. That'll be out number 2. And Baron Ratcliffe the batter. 4th time Casey Martin's been retired and has many at-bats. So Baron Ratcliffe's the batter. He's reached all 3 times. All have come via the walk. He's also scored a run, which came back in the second. So Ratcliffe will dig in. Jalen Ortiz leads off second. Reading leads by 1 in the top half of the 8th. Junker's ready at the belt. He'll step off. Remove his cap. Wipe some sweat from his brow. Both bullpens quiet. Junker's inning. And it looks like Braden Zarbniski will get the 8th. I'm curious to see where Reading goes for the 9th. Pitch to Ratcliffe is on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Used Brett Schultz last night. Used Orion Kirkering last night. Kilgore Zarbniski already used today. Maybe Dominic Pipkin's an option for the 9th. Adam Leverett. 0-1 is Pounded to the ground foul. Towards the first base coach's box, it's 0-2. Scooped by our Phil's first base coach, Ray Ricker, and he'll flip it back to the Altoona dugout. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Barron Ratcliffe. Top half of the 8th. Reading leads 2-1. Runner in scoring position in Jalen Ortiz. He leads off as second. Junker kicks and deals home. Ratcliffe will foul it straight down, and it rolls back behind home plate. Ratcliffe, a quiet year with runners in scoring position, just 115. But better numbers with 2 outs, 286 hitter with 2 gone in a frame this year. The 0-2, fouled straight back again off the netting behind home plate. Ratcliffe still down 0-2, but he's fouled a couple off. Trying to win a battle here against Cameron Junker. Here's the 0-2 offering. It's down low. Smothered by the catcher, Dylan Shockley, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Ortiz gets his lead off second. The shortstop, Claudio Finola, is shaded that way. A with the runner on, B just with the lefty Ratcliffe up. There's a big hole at the usual shortstop spot on the infield. Here's the 1-2. That's in tight, it's 2-2. Ratcliffe kind of leaned out of the way of it. Some boos echoed by the chorus of fans here, but the pitch was inside. And Ratcliffe continues to work a good at-bat. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes of 2 outs. Junker deals. Ratcliffe line drive towards the middle, under the glove, a diving Fino into center field, a base hit. Jalen Ortiz around third. The throw home's cut off. It's an RBI single for Barron Ratcliffe, and the Art Phils extend their lead. It's 3-1.
Dodger Max McDowell.
The offense has been quieted for much of the night by Altoona pitching, but finally Reading gets an insurance run, and it comes on an RBI single from Barron Ratcliffe, his 10th run driven in this year, and Reading extends their lead to 2. It's 3-1 in the 8th. Ball was crushed, 110 miles per hour off the bat. Fino tried to dive back right, couldn't get to it. First pitch to McDowell, it's upstairs for a ball 1-0. Claudio Fino also having his first start of the season at shortstop, so not very familiar with the position this year. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Sung-Chae Chang has started at short most of the week, but he plays second tonight. Altoona kind of gives some guys nights off, rearranges their infield a little bit. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Max McDowell with 2 outs. Set it to Belch Junker. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball. It's 2-1. Max is 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of strikeouts, a couple of frustrating at-bats for him. Altoona attacked kind of in under the hands against McDowell a couple of times and offered at those pitches. Here's the 2-1. McDowell swings and misses, this time at a slider. It's 2-2. McDowell did work a 2-out walk back in the second, which proved large because it kept the inning going for Herbert Iser, who then hit a, at the time, go-ahead RBI single, 2-2. That one skied in the air, foul territory, first base side. Chasing it is Jacob Gonzalez towards the dugout. Wynn grabbed it at the last second and brought it back towards the field of play, and Gonzalez was already hugging the railing of the dugout, so it lands behind him on the warning track, and it's just the foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs in the top of the 8th. Reading leads 3-1. Barron Ratcliffe, who drove in the 3rd run of the day for Reading, gets his lead off first. Cam Junker comes set at the belt. Here's the 2-2. And it's on the outside corner, a called strike 3. Max McDowell absolutely cannot believe it. Says a couple of words to Gabe Alfonso, and then remembers that he has to squat in front of him when the inning returns. So returns to the dugout, and that is how the side is retired in the 8th. Reading does get a run. They did it on 2 hits. No errors. 1 left for the Fightin' Phils. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Our score, Reading 3, Altoona 1 on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
Abraham Gutierrez steps in to lead off the bottom half of the 8th. First pitch from Braden Zarbniski is over for a called strike, 0-1. Reading a 3-1 lead as Zarbniski is out for his first full inning of work. First ball as it misses outside, it's 1-1. Zarbniski entered for Keelan Kilgore, who went an inning and 2/3. No runs, no hits, no walks. Had 3 strikeouts and 5 batters he faced. The 1-1 just misses outside, 2-1. So the 8th, likely Zarbniski's inning. Like there might have been a little bit of a mix-up between Zarbniski and catcher Max McDowell. The backstop member is out talking to Braden Zarbniski. No action in the Our Phils bullpen currently. There is a lefty throwing for Altoona currently. So we'll see if he gets the 9th. It's Tyler Salmonego up and throwing for the curve. Here's a 2-1. It's upstairs for a ball, 3-1. We said Reading's bullpen remains quiet. See who gets the 9th. Dominic Pipkin is standing up, so is Adam Leverett, so could be one of those 2 options. 3-1, swing and a miss, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-2, no outs to Abraham Gutierrez. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Him and Jackson Glenn have combined for all the curve hits tonight. Gutierrez 2, Glenn 3. Here's the 3-2, way outside to the righty. Skipped by the catcher Max McDowell, who will go retrieve it. First walk issued by Braden Zarbniski. Puts a man on first, nobody away for Jacob Gonzalez. The combination of Gutierrez and Glenn has reached base 6 times tonight. They have 5 hits, and the rest of the curve lineup has no hits in 18 registered at-bats. Jacob Gonzalez in from the right side. First pitch home is over for a called strike. It's 0-1. Gonzalez just 0 for 1. Pair of walks to go along with ground out his last time up in the 5th. 0-1 pitch. This little 2-seam action on that one. Bites back. It's 0-2. Christian Hernandez up and throwing in the Our Phils bullpen. Saw Hernandez the other night. Looks solid on Thursday night. Threw an inning and a 1/3. Gave up no runs, no hits. Did have a walk, no strikeouts. 0-2 pitch is low and away for a ball. 1-2 to the righty Gonzalez. Gonzalez, who's been in Altoona since the beginning of the year, was a minor league Rule 5 selection, the 2021 draft from the San Francisco Giants organization. The 1-2, he swings and misses at it. Chasing off speed pitch from Zarbniski. He's down on strikes. First strikeout for Zarbniski. And it's the first out of the 8th. That brings Lolo Sanchez to the plate for the Altoona Curve. Sanchez will dig in from the right side. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, running up 3-1 over the Curve. Series tied 2 games apiece. Reading looking for the edge and a chance at the series win tomorrow. Here's the first pitch to Sanchez, a fastball that misses at 93 outside. It's 1-0. Reading also, if the win tonight, would even up the season series with the Curve. Currently Altoona 5-4 advantage. 1-0 pitch is floated in the air towards center. De La Cruz back a few steps to his left. He's there, makes the catch for out number 2. That brings Sung-Chae Cheng to the plate for the 4th time tonight. He's 0 for 3. Sung-Chae Cheng will dig in. As we said, he's 0 for 3. Pop out, line out, and a fly out tonight. First pitch to him is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Cheng, who's 4 for 19 across the series so far. Down on the count, 0-1. Pitch to him, the ground ball towards first. It's underneath the glove of a diving Ortiz, and it's in the right field, a base hit. Round second, motoring towards third goes Gutierrez. That's for whole windup. So it's a 2-out single for Sung-Chae Cheng. It puts runners on the corners for the Curve, and Mike Jarvis in his first Double-A game is the batter.
Left fielder Mike Jarvis.
So tying runs on first. Go-ahead runs at the plate of Mike Jarvis, who's playing in his first Double-A game. Reading was in a similar situation last week when Blaze Jordan, in his first Double-A game, had his first hit and home run off of Reading's Orion Kirkering. Zarbniski looking for a different fortune here. First pitch to Jarvis. Outside for a ball, it's 1-0. Bottom half of the 8th inning, Reading a 3-1 lead. It's been another well-pitched game, really by both sides. Been some walks, but they've worked around them. 1-0, they'll throw towards first, and a close play at first as Cheng dives back in safely ahead of the tag from Jalen Ortiz. Cheng is a threat to steal. He's 6 for 7 on the base paths, and this is 20th game of the season for Altoona since being called up from High A Greensboro. 1-0. Over for a called strike, 1-1. Down by 2 would be interesting if Altoona was to try a double steal here with Cheng on first and Abraham Gutierrez on third. Gutierrez, who's DH tonight, usually a catcher, the 1-1. Hit in the air, out towards left. It's hit pretty well. Going back is Ethan Wilson towards the gap at the wall, and he makes the catch. Nice job by Ethan Wilson running down a well-hit ball by Mike Jarvis, and that will retire the side in the 8th. No runs on a hit for Altoona. The Curve, they strand 2 on base. We've played 8 full. We'll go to the 9th. Running up 3-1 here on the Phillies Radio Network. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Phillies fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Phillies fans, see an Phillies road game, meet with an Phillies player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Phillies road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Phillies in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Phillies player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phil's fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious, all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at ourphillies.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Top half of the ninth inning, Reading a 3-1 lead. They're looking for some insurance runs, and they'll do it against a new arm for Altoona. Tyler Samanego's in for the 28th time this year. 2-1, a 5.63 ERA. 34 hits allowed across 32 innings, 11 walks, 38 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .276 against the left-handed pitcher, Samanego, 6'4", 205. Huntsville, Alabama native, was a 15th round selection in 2021 out of South Alabama. First guy he faces is Herbert Iser, and he'll hit him right on the hand. Looks to be the left hand as Iser will stretch it out. Samanego and Ethan Wilson were college teammates at South Alabama, and Al Pedrique quickly races across the field to see if his DH tonight, Herbert Iser, is okay. We'll peer back towards the dugout. Here comes Steve Torregrossa, the athletic trainer for Reading, to now take a look at it. Looks like the left hand of Herbert Iser. You're looking at that left wrist, kind of like the underneath portion of it. All standing around first base, Al Pedrique, Ray Ricker, Steve Torregrossa. Iser looked to be in a little bit of pain, but doesn't look anything too significant. He'll stay in the game. So, one pitch from Samanego. Iser gets hit, flips the lineup card over, and it's really a pristine chance here for Reading to try and get some insurance runs and give the bullpen a little bit more of a cushion. Matthew Kroon digs in. First pitch to the righty is over the heart of the plate. It's 0-1. Brett Schultz up and throwing in the Our Phil's bullpen. So if he enters, that'll be back-to-back nights of action for Brett Schultz. Here's the pitch. Kroon takes on the inner half. It's 0-2. Kroon 1 for 4 tonight. That one was a leadoff solo home run way back in the top half of the first, the 0-2. And on the hands, jam shot, right side of the infield. Going back in the outfield's the second baseman, Sung-Chae Chang, and he makes a great over-the-shoulder catch. He'll throw back to first as Iser was off, but he'll get back. So it's just a P4 in the scorebook. Iser remains at first, and Carlos De La Cruz, the batter. So De La Cruz steps in with one out here in the top half of the ninth inning. Running a 3-1 lead as Herbert Iser leads off at first. First pitch home, and De La Cruz will take it just off the edge of the outside corner. It's a 1-0. Infield set to turn 2 for the curve. Second baseman Chang shaded towards the bag. 1-0. De La Cruz fouls it back. It's 1-1. Off-speed pitch at 81 from Samanego. Carlos 0 for 4 tonight. Couple of strikeouts, couple of ground outs. It is 18th home run of the season last night in Reading's victory. The 1-1 is right at the knees and the outside part of the plate. It's ball and 2 strikes. Fastball at 94 from Tyler Samanego. Tall lefty toes the third base side of the rubber. Slightly closed on the plate. Here's the 1-2. That's on the inside corner. Called strike 3 to Carlos De La Cruz. So first strikeout for Samanego tonight. It's the third time De La Cruz has been sent down on strikes, and that'll bring Oliver Dunn to the plate.
Second baseman Oliver Dunn.
Dunn digs in from the left side. He's also 0 for 4 tonight. Pair of strikeouts, a pop out, and a ground out. They'll throw over to first where Iser's in standing up. Herbert Iser playing in his 14th game of the year. Has yet to attempt a stolen base. Gets his lead off first. Pitch to Dunn is upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Altoona will have Finol, Shockley, and Glenn due up. That's 8-9-1 for the curve. And what looks like it's going to be Brett Schultz to go opposite them. 1-0 pitch is taken on the outside corner. It's 1-1 to Oliver Dunn. Altoona will need, at least right now, 2 to tie, 3 to win. Reading would love to give themselves some insurance, though. The 1-1. Dunn swings and lifts it foul. Out of play left side, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Samanego will appear home. He'll come set at the letters. Dunn awaits the 1-2. On the outside corner, that's a called strike 3. Oliver Dunn's down on strikes. And that will retire the side in the 9th. No runs, no hits, 1 left for Reading. They're up 3-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. It's winning time for the Fightin' Phils. Back after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Unlike any other area in First Energy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit ourphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Bottom half of the 9th inning, Reading a 3-1 lead, 3 outs away from their second straight win, and third in 4 days over the Altoona curve. New arm in for the Our Phils. It's Brett Schultz making his team-leading 31st appearance of the year. 5-5, a 4.54 ERA, 33 2/3 innings pitched, 53 strikeouts, 14 walks. He is 5 for 8 in save opportunities this year. Looking for his first save since July the 4th at Somerset, and also pitching for the second consecutive night. First batter that Schultz gets is Claudio Finol, the 8-hole hitter in this Altoona lineup. 8-9-1 due up for the curve, who are seeking 2 to tie, 3 to win. Brett Schultz, the righty, who stands at 6'2", 180 from Maple Grove, Minnesota, toes the first base side of the rubber and deals the first pitch home. And it's over the plate for a called strike 0-1. Fastball at 93 miles per hour from Schultz. Played his college ball at Minnesota, drafted in the 7th round in 2019 by the Phillies. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded foul, right side towards the curved dugout. Schultz entered last night in the 8th in a bases loaded jam. Proceeded to strike out 3 straight Altoona hitters to end the inning. He's up in the count 0-2 to Finol. Here's the pitch. Tried to drop a slider down low. It's hits off of McDowell. Shoots to his left. Nobody on base, so no harm, no foul. Just the ball and 2 strikes. Schultz, who has been just so good the last few months. worked into the closer's role early in the season. It's where he's back right now. Here's the 1-2. Just misses outside. It's 2-2. Had a rough outing on May 25th against Harrisburg. Gave up 6 runs when the Art Phils had the Senators down to their final outs. Seemed like the bottom of the valley for Schultz's 23 season so far. Next pitch, just misses off the plate, 3-2. But since then, he has been terrific. He has not allowed an earned run in 12 straight appearances dating back to June 14th. And since that May 25th game where he allowed 6 earned runs, he has a 1.89 ERA since May the 30th. Here's the 3-2. That's roped towards left down the line. It's fair. It'll be cut off by Ethan Wilson, holding Finol to just a single. But the leadoff runner is aboard for the curve, and that brings Dylan Shockley to the plate. Actually, it appears that we're going to get a pinch hitter for Altoona. Domingo Leyba. The switch hitter who will bat from the left side. In for Shockley. And Altoona, this tells you exactly their intentions. They're going for the win. They don't want to tie this game. As Leyba pinch hits for Dylan Shockley. First pitch home. Curveball in for a called strike, 0-1, because the other catcher, Abraham Gutierrez, is the designated hitter. So this game goes to the 10th. You probably have to move Gutierrez to catcher, which would mean you lose the DH spot in the lineup. Schultz along pause the 0-1. Down low for a ball, 1-1. Blocked by McDowell. Shoots in front of him, but not far enough for Finol at first to take off. Finol 3 for 3 in stolen bags this year. Unlikely you'll see him roll with the curve down by 2, and of course, every base runner being very important in this point of the game. Ball and a strike. Schultz set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That one misses just down for a ball, 2-1. They'll appeal on the check from Leyba on the Jude Corey, the crew chief of the staff, standing by second base on the first base side of the bag, who's technically the third base umpire, will say no swing. So Domingo Leyba up in the count, 2-1. Schultz ready at the belt. The righty will deal home. That's down and in for a ball. It's 3-1. Tried to sneak a curveball underneath the hands of Leyba. Big out to get here. Jackson Glenn awaits on deck. He's 3 for 4 tonight. Just a triple shy of the cycle. Also responsible for the only Altoona run tonight. Led off the bottom of the first inning with the home run. Since then, the curve have been quieted. 1 run on 7 hits. Tying run bats in Domingo Leyba with Claudio Finol on first. Schultz ready at the belt. The 3-1. That's outside, ball 4. So back-to-back base runners allowed by Brett Schultz to start the inning. And that'll flip the lineup card over to, at least tonight, the red-hot Jackson Glenn. And that'll prompt a mound visit here from Brad Bergeson. The bullpen is quiet for Reading. Nobody even stretching or really moving around. So it looks like it's Brett Schultz's inning to get out of here. And he has a very dangerous hitter opposite him right now in Jackson Glenn. Schultz was in for Braden Zarbniski, who was solid tonight. Inning and a third, 2 hits, no runs, a walk and a strikeout. The crowd tonight is 6,018 at People's Natural Gas Field. Certainly going to be treated for a good ending, especially if you like some drama. 3-1 Reading leads, 2 on for Altoona. Leyba on first, he just walked. Claudio Finol on second, he's singled. Jackson Glenn the batter, Reading's infield set to turn 2. Brett Schultz the righty, toes the first base side of the rubber. Fires the first home, squaring the bunt. It's down, right side of the mound, fielded by Kroon. Scoops throws the first, an impressive play by the first baseman. Jalen Ortiz to finish the play, and Matthew Kroon, the third baseman, to secure it and get a good throw over. Sacrifice is successful, though. 5-3 on the putout. But both runners move up. Fino on third. Leyba is on second. Matt Frazier, the batter, he's 0 for 4 tonight with a pair of strikeouts. So you'd wonder if Reading would consider walking Frazier, but he's 0 for 4. We're also going to see a pinch runner. Leyba checks out of the game. And Chavez Young is going to come into.
For the curve, pinch hitting, pinch running for Domingo Leyba, second
Chavez
base.
Young will come in to be the pinch runner. So Leyba pinch hit for Shockley. And then Young now pinch runs for him. Like I said, Calix Crab's going for the win tonight. His bullpen's quiet. He has no intentions on this game going to the 10th. It's either Altoona's going to win or they're going to lose, but he's going to put all of his cards on the table here. Matt Frazier, the batter, he's 0 for 4 tonight. Tying run stands on second. Schultz set at the belt. First pitch home. Outside for a ball, it's 1-0. Frazier struck out twice. He's popped out and he's grounded out. Infield plays back for Reading. They're willing to concede an out for a run with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Schultz ready again at the belt. The righty kicks and fires home. And it just misses inside of the breaking ball. It's 2-0. You also wonder if Schultz and McDowell are going to kind of dance around Matt Frazier here. Yes, he's 0 for 4, but you do have a base open. Of course, though, you don't want to put the winning run on board. Here's the pitch. Time is called. No, it's actually a pitch clock violation. Called against Brett Schultz, so that's going to be ball 3. It's the second pitch clock violation called against the Phillies in as many nights. 28th of the season after they didn't have one for 15 days, dating back to July the 6th. Fino, a big lead off third. Kroon's nowhere near him. The third baseman. 3 balls, no strikes to Frazier. Schultz ready at the belt, kicks and deals. That one's down for ball 4. That'll load the bases. And the batter will be Abraham Gutierrez. Reading's bullpen remains quiet, so it's Brett Schultz's inning to get out. And both managers have pretty much put their cards out there and says this game will end in the bottom of the 9th. Whether it's an Altoona win or a Reading win, they don't have any intentions on playing extra innings tonight. Bases loaded for Abraham Gutierrez. Schultz set and deals. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Very nice slider from Brett Schultz on the outer part. Gutierrez, the DH, a strong night for him. He's 2 for 3. He's been aboard 3 times. He's also walked. Reading leads 3-1 in the bottom of the 9th. Schultz ready, the 0-1 pitch. Just misses outside, it's 1-1. You have nowhere to put Abraham Gutierrez. The tying run's on second, the winning run's on first. Bases are loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Reading by 2. Schultz set at the belt. He'll fire home. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Gutierrez over another breaking pitch. It's been nothing but breaking pitches this at-bat from Brett Schultz to Abraham Gutierrez. He's had him way out of a couple. We'll see if they go back to it. A ball and 2 strikes. Schultz set at the belt. Here's the 1-2. Down low, bounces away from McDowell. Shoots out to his left. The catcher able to get to it quickly as Schultz was charging home. So Claudio Fino will stay at third. It was another breaking pitch at 86 miles per hour, way down from Brett Schultz. He's gone 4 in a row off speed to Abraham Gutierrez. We'll see if he does it again or challenges him with the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Schultz ready at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, just a foul ball. Barely got a piece of it. Was Abraham Gutierrez. Tipped it and it got past Max McDowell. the count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are loaded. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Reading leads 3-1. Brett Schultz, the righty, set at the belt again. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit towards short. Martin has it, flips to second for 1. Relay to first, it's in time. Scooped up by Jalen Ortiz. A 6-4-3 game-ending double play. And the Reading Fightin' Phils hold on and defeat the Altoona Curve 3-1 on Saturday night. Oh boy, did it get interesting again. Brett Schultz, for the second straight night, navigates his way out of a bases-loaded jam, and this time he gets Abraham Gutierrez to ground into a 6-4-3 double play. Oliver Dunn did get slid into pretty hard as well by Matt Frazier, so Steve Torregrossa, the athletic trainer, is walking off with Dunn as he walks with a pretty noticeable limp off the field. But Oliver Dunn, he's one tough guy. For knowing him, you get to know that pretty quickly. He held in there, he fired a throw to first base, and Jalen Ortiz was able to dig it out. And that was a big pick at that, because that gets by Ortiz, this game might be tied. But for the second straight night, Brett Schultz gets out of a bases-loaded jam, picks up his 6th save of the season, and Reading's winners tonight 3-1 to take a 3-2 edge in this week's series and tying the season series at 5. In the inning for Altoona, no runs. They did have a hit, no errors, and 2 curve runners are left on base. Well, Reading winners tonight 3-1. We'll step aside for a moment for the postgame show. We'll have your full recap and final numbers back after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
The Altoona Group Deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in home run territory, behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are just $32 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Back for the post-game show from People's Natural Gas Field. Jake Starr, thank you so much for joining me as the Reading Fightin' Phils are 3-1 winners tonight. And boy, oh boy, did it get interesting at the end. But Reading by the hairs of their chinny chin chin. Able to sneak out with a victory tonight, their 2nd straight win, 3rd in 4 nights. And they now have the 3-2 edge in this week's 6-game series. And a chance at the series win tomorrow, which would be Reading's 3rd straight series win and their 4th in their last 5. So, chance for Reading to just continue to rack up some accolades, stack some wins and series wins tomorrow if they can get the win. But let's recap how it all went down tonight. So, top half of the 1st inning, Reading wasted 0 time getting things going. Matthew Kroon blasted a solo home run to left, put Reading up 1-0. That was it for the 1st. Bottom of the 1st, Altoona's Jackson Glenn looked at Matt Kroon and said, "You can do that, I can do it too." Jackson Glenn, a Leadoff solo shot. That tied the game at 1 at the time. In the second inning, 2 quick outs recorded by Sean Sullivan, the starter tonight for Altoona. Baron Radcliffe then walked. So did Max McDowell. So 2 good at-bats to work walks for Reading. And then Herbert Iser, who has played very sparingly this year, at the plate, 2 outs, 2 on in the second. And he singles one up the middle, scores Baron Radcliffe, puts Reading up 2-1. And that was the game-winning hit for Reading in the second inning. So a very impressive at-bat from really Radcliffe, McDowell, then eventually Iser. Things were quiet for a while. David Parkinson really settled in nicely, which was great to see from the lefty. Threw 23 pitches in the first, 25 in the second, but really settled in nicely to throw 14, 10, and 17 respectively over his final 3 innings. Went 5 innings tonight. He got the win. Well, numbers in just a little bit. But from there, he turned over to the bullpen. Keelan Kilgore went an inning and 2/3, retired all 5 batters he faced, struck out 3 batters. Braden Zarvniski, an inning and a third, gave up 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 1, gave up no runs. And then Reading got some insurance runs in the 8th. Jalen Ortiz led off the inning of a single. He's been slowly swinging a good bat lately, working good counts, working good at-bats, and getting on base, which has been really nice to see from Ortiz, who had struggled as of late. So Wilson singled, moved to second when Ethan Wilson had a little dribbler, 2-3 put out, moved Ortiz to second. Casey Martin threw out the left, 2 outs in the inning, and then Baron Radcliffe, who reached base 4 times tonight, 3 times via the walk. And then in the 8th, he singled up the middle on a ball, hit 110 miles per hour off the bat. That scored Jalen Ortiz, made it 3-1 Reading. Altoona quiet in the 8th. Reading, Iser led off the inning, was hit by a pitch, but went down quietly in the 9th. And then at the bottom of the 9th, things got interesting for the second straight night with Brett Schultz on the mound. Last night he inherited the bases-loaded jam. Tonight he put himself in a bases-loaded jam. Gave a leadoff single to Claudio Fino. Domingo Leyba pinch hit for Dylan Shockley. Worked the walk, so put runners on first and second, no outs for Altoona. So the tying run on base at this point with running up 2. Jackson Glenn, the leadoff hitter, who had a sacrifice bunt, which honestly, if you're Reading, you're probably happy with that because Glenn was 3 for 4 tonight and was a triple shy of the cycle. So he bunts. You have second and third. Matt Frazier then walks to load the bases, which at the time it was like, Frazier's 0 for 4. Do you want to walk him? But you put the double play in order. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Abraham Gutierrez, who hits a hard ground ball to Casey Martin. Gets a throw to Dunn at second. Dunn, who slid into pretty hard by Matt Frazier, but Oliver Dunn is one tough player. Stays with it, throws a low throw to first, and Jalen Ortiz a very big pick at first to not just end the game, turn the double play. And if that gets by Jalen Ortiz, this game's probably tied and Altoona has a chance to win it. So it's a great defensive play all around, and Brett Schultz for the second straight night works himself out of a bases-loaded jam, and Reading is the winner. 3-1 tonight to take a 3-2 edge in this week's 6-game series. So that's how it all happened. We'll step aside one final time. We'll come back, final numbers, and a little preview of tomorrow. Post-game show here on the Phillies Radio Network. Right back after this.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Back here on the Phillies Radio Network post-game show, I'm your host, Jake Starr. Reading winners tonight, 3-1 over the Altoona Curve. We just went through how it happened. Now we'll just kind of hit on some final numbers and take a quick look ahead to tomorrow's matchup. Winning pitcher tonight for Reading, David Parkinson. He goes to 5-4 on the season. It's also the 6th straight outing that David Parkinson has earned a decision. He is 4-2 over that span. Now his wins in his last 3 outings as well. Parkinson, 5 innings, 4 hits, a run, an earned run, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. And look, Parkinson wasn't perfect tonight, did not have his best stuff, but he found a way to get settled in and battled late. 48 pitches through his first 2 innings, but really settled in, 14, 10, and 17 pitches respectively over his final 3 frames, and he gets the win over 5 innings tonight. The loss goes to Altoona's Sean Sullivan. He falls to 2-3. Went just 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Had a 30-pitch second inning, and that was where it was like, okay, a taxing inning on him. Let's get him out of here. 5 pitchers in total tonight for Altoona. We talked about the Reading pitchers already. It was Parkinson, Kilgore, Zarbniski, and Schultz. The bullpen combines to go 4 innings, gives up 3 hits, no runs, did issue 3 walks, and had 4 strikeouts. Brett Schultz finished it off. He got the save in an inning of work. It was a very dramatic inning. Nonetheless, Schultz gets the save. It's his 6th save in 9 opportunities this year. Reading 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 9 left on base. The runners in scoring position struggles, though, continue. Reading 2 for 7 tonight with runners in scoring position. And Altoona, 1 run on 7 hits, no errors. They left 11 runners on base, and they were 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. You know that's something that, Calix Crabb and John Nunnally, the hitting coach for this Curve team, probably not thrilled with tonight, but if you're Reading, you'll take it. They left 11 Curve guys on base, had them 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Look, that's, good pitchers. Yeah, you're good when things are going well, guys aren't getting on base, but great pitchers, how do they respond in leverage situations? And tonight, there are plenty of them. And the 4 guys, Parkinson, Kilgore, Zarbniski, and Schultz, they responded quite well for Reading in those leverage situations. Reading also out-hit tonight for just the 32nd time this year. Reading entering tonight with just 4-27 when being out-hit, 2-11 on the road. So they're out-hit by Altoona, 7 hits to 4, but still get the win tonight. It's another 5-27 this season when being out-hit. Time the game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Played in front of a nice crowd tonight, 6,018, as Christmas in July was celebrated here at People's Natural Gas Field. With the win, Reading is above 500 for the first time in the second half, and for the first time in either half this season. They're 10-9, 38-49 overall. Altoona with the loss drops to 7-10, 41-44, and the skipper for the R-Phils, Al Padrique, now moves within 8 wins of 1,000 across his professional managerial career between the minors and major leagues. So won't happen obviously next week at home, but likely will happen at some point on that 2-week Hartford, New Hampshire road trip. So certainly be a really cool milestone for the skipper. Well deserved for someone who's been in baseball his entire life, since he was 16, 17 years old, and now sits just 8 wins shy of 1,000. Reading also above 500 now on the road. They're 22-21. Altoona drops to 23-20 here at People's Natural Gas Field. But look at it tomorrow real quick. It is game 6 of the series, 6 o'clock first pitch from Altoona. Late start, fireworks night here at People's Natural Gas Field. Zach Hockey will make his second start for the R-Phils. We're joined by him on the pregame show along with Mick Abel, so a couple of great interviews to get you ready for tomorrow night's game. And he will be opposed by Braxton Ashcraft to start at game 1 of this series. Went just an inning of work as he's still kind of working his way up from Tommy John surgery. So see if Hockey can build off a really strong start last Sunday and see, how far they push Braxton Ashcraft tomorrow for the Altoona Curve. That first pitch, 6 o'clock, will be underway at 5:40 once again on the R-Phils Radio Network. So once again, Reading winners tonight 3-1. They move to 10-9 on the season in the second half, 38-49 overall. Big one tonight for the R-Phils. They'll go for the series win and the series win and the season series win over the Altoona Curve tomorrow. First pitch at 6 o'clock. We're on the airways at 5:40. Big thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. I'm Jake Starr signing off. Reading winners tonight from Altoona. Have a great rest of your Saturday night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow here on the Reading Fightin' Phillies Radio Network.
This has been a presentation of the Our Phil's Radio Network. We thank you for tuning in and can't wait to talk to you the next time the Fightins take the field.